Welcome to Quiet Lives. Before we drift into tonight's journey, if you find sanctuary here, please consider subscribing to join our community of rest. I would love to know which corner of the world you are finding peace in tonight, and what hour it is where you are. Feel free to share your story in the comments below. Now, let's begin. The morning light filters through floor-to-ceiling windows, casting long, geometric patterns across the cool expanse of polished marble in your penthouse. A softness begins to dissolve the edges of sleep, a gentle awareness returning to your body. You feel the smooth glide of the silk sheets against your skin, a whisper-like caress as you stir, just slightly, deeper into the comfort of your bed. Your eyelids remain closed for a moment longer, allowing the subtle warmth on your face to deepen, a promise of the new day. You notice the faint, almost imperceptible scent of fresh linen and a hint of something clean, like citrus, from a distant diffuser. A very gentle stretch begins in your shoulders, a slow unfolding of muscles. You feel the weight of your arm resting on the mattress, the faint pressure of the pillow beneath your head. As your eyes softly open, the light is not harsh, but diffused, softened by the sheer drapery that hangs gracefully from the ceiling. You trace the intricate weave of the fabric with your gaze, observing how it catches and scatters the sunlight into 1,000 tiny, shimmering points. The room is quiet, a profound stillness that only a space so high above the city can offer, broken only by the distant, almost musical hum of the metropolis far below, a sound so constant it becomes part of the silence itself. You turn your head slowly, feeling the smooth silk pillowcase shift beneath you. Your gaze drifts to the bedside table, where a crystal carafe of water stands, condensation barely visible on its cool surface. Beside it, a single, perfectly formed white orchid offers its silent beauty. You reach out a hand, fingers extending with unhurried grace, to lift the carafe. The glass feels cool and substantial in your palm. A moment of stillness as you pour a small amount into the matching tumbler. The quiet gurgle of water, a pure, soft sound, fills the brief space. Bringing the tumbler to your lips, the water is cool, clear, and refreshing, a clean taste that awakens the senses gently. You let the coolness linger on your tongue before swallowing. The quiet act of hydration feels like a small, luxurious ritual, a private communion with the morning. You set the tumbler back down, the delicate clink of glass on glass barely audible. The patterns of light on the marble floor have shifted slightly, elongating, moving with the sun's ascent. You pause, simply observing the changing light, the quiet promise of the hours ahead. A soft, almost imperceptible shift in the light tells you the sun has climbed a little higher, warming the room with its gentle presence. You rise from the silk sheets, feeling their cool release against your skin as you move. The air, still and quiet inside the penthouse, holds the faint, clean scent of the morning. You reach for a robe, its fine cashmere soft and substantial as it settles around your shoulders, a comforting weight. Your bare feet find the familiar cool surface of the marble floor, the same expansive stretch you walked across moments ago. Each step is unhurried, a gentle padding that makes no sound of the quiet space. You move towards the expansive glass doors that lead to your private terrace, the city sprawling silently beneath you, the faint, subtle hum of the distant metropolis, a constant, low thrum, grows just a touch clearer as you approach the threshold. With a soft push, the heavy glass door glides open, revealing the crisp, fresh air of the morning. You step out onto the terrace, a breath of cool, clean air washing over your face, carrying with it the faint, exhilarating scent of ozone, and something green from the distant park. The sun, now a little brighter, bathes the terrace in a golden glow, warming the smooth stone underfoot. The panoramic view unfolds before you, an intricate canvas of architectural lines and distant, shimmering water. On a low, elegant table, breakfast has been discreetly laid out. A pristine white linen cloth covers the surface, upon which an assortment of artisanal pastries rests, each a small work of art. You see the delicate, flaky layers of a croissant, still warm in the glossy sheen of a pain au chocolat. Beside them, a small silver pot steams gently, offering the rich, inviting aroma of freshly brewed coffee, mingling with the sweet, buttery scent of the baked goods. You settle into a comfortable, woven armchair, the subtle give of its cushions welcoming your weight. Reaching for a croissant, your fingers brush against its crisp, golden-brown crust. The sound of a tiny crackle as you break off a piece is almost imperceptible. You bring it to your lips, the warmth and delicate flakiness dissolving on your tongue, a buttery richness unfolding with each slow chew. The faint sweetness of the pastry is a quiet pleasure. You pour a cup of coffee, the dark liquid swirling gently as it fills the porcelain. The steam rises, carrying its deep, earthy fragrance. The first sip is warm, smooth, and robust, a comforting warmth spreading through you. You take another slow sip, letting the sensation linger. The distant city hum continues, a low, steady murmur, a gentle counterpoint to the quiet unfolding of your morning. You gaze out at the vast open sky, feeling the subtle warmth of the sun on your skin, a quiet, profound sense of peace settling over you. The world below moves, but here, everything is still. The warmth of the morning sun still lingers on your skin as you step back inside from the terrace. The heavy glass door glides shut with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, sealing the quiet around you. The air within the penthouse feels subtly cooler, a refreshing contrast to the outside. Your bare feet find the familiar cool expanse of the polished marble floor, guiding your unhurried path away from the light-filled breakfast area. You move through a hushed corridor, where the light softens, becoming more deliberate. A faint, clean scent, perhaps of aged wood and a subtle, refined aroma, begins to unfold in the air, a signature of the space you are approaching. You arrive at the entrance to your private art gallery, a sanctuary of quiet within your home. The threshold is marked by a careful shift in illumination, designed to highlight without glare. Stepping inside, the silence here is profound, deeper than the general quiet of the penthouse. It is a silence that invites contemplation, a respectful hush. Your gaze settles on a large canvas, positioned on the far wall. It is a contemporary piece, abstract yet deeply engaging, with layers of muted blues and grays that seem to breathe. You approach it slowly, each soft footstep absorbed by the smooth, cool marble beneath you. Drawing closer, the texture of the paint becomes visible. Subtle ridges and valleys created by the artist's brush, almost inviting a gentle touch. You observe the deliberate strokes, the way the colors blend and separate, creating a sense of quiet movement within the stillness of the frame. The subtle play of light across its surface reveals new depths, tiny shifts in hue that were not apparent from a distance. You stand for a long moment, simply absorbing the visual information, allowing your eyes to wander across the composition. After a while, your gaze drifts, slowly, to another piece nearby. This one is a bronze sculpture, sleek and minimalist, catching the controlled light with a soft metallic gleam. Its cool, smooth surface seems to absorb the light rather than reflect it harshly. You move towards the sculpture, your footsteps still soft, almost reverent. You circle it slowly, noticing the clean lines, the elegant curves that define its form. From this angle, you see a subtle, almost imperceptible texture in the bronze, a fine grain that speaks of meticulous craftsmanship. The air around the piece feels still, undisturbed, allowing you to fully appreciate its silent presence. The only sound is the very faint, distant hum of the building's systems, a steady, unobtrusive bass note beneath the profound silence of the gallery. You pause, simply existing within this space of curated beauty, allowing your mind to quiet, to simply observe. The cool air brushes faintly against your skin as you stand, unmoving, before the art, feeling a quiet sense of grounding in this deliberate slowness. The city outside feels very far away. The quiet contemplation of the existing pieces in your private gallery slowly gives way to a subtle shift in your attention. The ambient light, carefully calibrated, seems to draw your gaze towards a specific alcove, a slightly more intimate space within the larger room. Here, new possibilities are presented, awaiting your discerning eye. The air remains still, carrying only the faint, refined scent of the gallery, a mix of polished wood and a whisper of canvas. You move, your footsteps still soft and measured on the cool marble, towards this dedicated area. A long, elegant table, draped in a rich, dark velvet, holds a selection of potential acquisitions. The fabric absorbs light, making the objects resting upon it appear to glow with their own subtle luminescence. A quiet sense of anticipation settles, a gentle hum of connoisseurship. Your gaze falls upon a delicate ceramic bowl, its surface a masterful blend of matte and gloss, a deep, almost iridescent celadon green. You approach it slowly, reaching out a hand. Your fingertips hover, then gently settle on the cool, smooth rim of the bowl. You feel the subtle weight of the piece, the perfect balance in its form. Tracing the curve with your thumb, you notice the almost imperceptible texture where the glaze thickens, a testament to the artisan's touch. The silence of the gallery allows you to fully appreciate the object's quiet presence. You lift the bowl, ever so carefully, turning it in your hands. The light catches the subtle variations in its green hue, revealing hidden depths, like still water. You bring it closer, noticing a faint, clean scent of clay, earthy and grounding. A tiny, almost silent intake of breath as you admire the craftsmanship, the centuries of tradition held within its simple, elegant form. You place it back down with a soft, deliberate motion, the faintest click of ceramic on velvet. Next to it, a small, framed drawing captures your eye. It is an ink wash, depicting a single, gnarled branch, rendered with exquisite detail and a quiet strength. You lean closer, observing the delicate lines, the precise placement of each stroke. The paper, a soft, creamy off-white, has a subtle texture that speaks of its handmade origin. The frame, a slender band of ebonized oak, feels cool and smooth beneath your fingers as you gently adjust its angle to catch the optimal light. You spend a quiet moment comparing the two pieces, the ceramic bowl and the ink drawing, each offering a distinct kind of beauty. The decision is not rushed, but a slow, internal process of appreciation and alignment. A gentle, knowing smile touches your lips as a quiet certainty forms. You have found a new treasure, a piece that resonates with the serene aesthetic of your collection. The gallery holds its breath around you, a silent witness to this moment of quiet discernment. The air is still, the light soft, and a profound sense of satisfaction settles within you, a quiet completion, leaving the quiet glow of the art gallery. A different kind of hush draws you deeper into the refined spaces of your home. The air subtly shifts as you move, a faint, cool current brushing against your skin, carrying with it a distinct, earthy perfume. You approach a discreet heavy door, crafted from dark, aged wood, its surface smooth and cool to the touch. The sense of a deeper, more profound stillness emanates from beyond it. With a soft, deliberate pull, the door swings inward, revealing the entrance to your private wine cellar. The air here is immediately cooler, a refreshing embrace after the controlled warmth of the gallery. It carries a complex aroma, the deep, grounding scent of damp earth, mingled with the dry, woody fragrance of ancient oak, and a subtle, sweet whisper of fermentation. The light within is dim, carefully placed to illuminate the racks without disturbing the precious vintages. You step onto the cool, stone floor, each footfall absorbed by the quiet. The walls are lined with meticulously crafted wooden racks, stretching from floor to ceiling, holding countless bottles in silent repose. Rows upon rows of dark glass, each a vessel of time and history, are bathed in a soft, amber glow. A thin, delicate veil of dust, undisturbed for years, rests gently on some of the older labels, adding to the cellar's palpable sense of antiquity. You walk slowly down a narrow aisle, your fingers lightly brushing against the cool, smooth wood of the racks. The faint, muted clink of a bottle as your hand passes by is the only sound, a gentle echo in the profound quiet. Your gaze drifts across the labels, noting the elegant typography, the dates, the regions. Each one tells a story, a whispered history of sun-drenched vineyards in careful hands. You pause, allowing your eyes to linger on a particular section, a quiet anticipation building. Your attention settles on a specific vintage, a bottle nestled deep within its wooden cradle. You reach for it with careful, unhurried movements. Your fingertips first touch the cool, firm glass, then the slightly textured paper of the label. The bottle feels solid, substantial, a comforting weight in your hand as you gently ease it from the rack. You turn it slowly, observing the deep, rich color of the liquid through the dark glass, a promise of its character. The cork, sealed with a wax cap, feels smooth and cool beneath your thumb. You hold the bottle for a moment longer, appreciating its silent presence, the years it has patiently waited. The subtle, earthy scent of the cellar seems to deepen around you, a grounding embrace. The soft light glints off the glass, a quiet spark in the dimness. You carry the chosen bottle with a sense of quiet reverence, already envisioning the moment it will be opened. The cool air of the cellar settles around you, a peaceful, timeless space. Emerging from the cool embrace of the wine cellar, you carry the chosen vintage with a quiet reverence, its glass cool and firm in your hand. The air around you gradually warms as you ascend from the cellar's depths, transitioning from the earthy, aged scent to the clean, subtle fragrance of the main penthouse living spaces. You move with a gentle, unhurried pace, your soft steps on the familiar marble floor, a silent rhythm. Your destination is a dedicated preparation area, a quiet alcove near the kitchen, bathed in the soft, indirect light of the early afternoon. On a polished, dark wood countertop, a crystal decanter stands ready, its intricate facets catching and refracting the ambient light into soft, diffused gleams. The decanter is perfectly clean, waiting to receive its precious cargo. Beside it, a slender, elegant corkscrew rests, its polished metal cool and smooth. You place the bottle gently on the countertop, the softest clink of glass on wood echoing in the stillness. Your fingers reach for the foil capsule that seals the bottle's neck. With delicate precision, you trace the edge of the foil, then slowly peel it away, the thin metal offering a subtle, almost inaudible whisper as it separates from the glass. The wax cap, covering the cork, is next. You carefully score its surface, revealing the dark, porous wood beneath. Taking up the corkscrew, you position its sharp point precisely in the center of the cork. With a steady, controlled motion, you begin to turn the handle, feeling the screw bite into the natural material. Each slow rotation is deliberate, the slight resistance of the cork, a tangible sensation against your palm. A faint, almost imperceptible creak can be heard as the cork begins its ascent, slowly emerging from the bottle's neck. The air around you is still, amplifying these small, precise sounds. Finally, with a soft, satisfying churning pop, the cork releases, pulling free with a gentle suction. You set the cork aside, noticing its earthy, wine-stained end, and then bring the bottle's neck to your nose, inhaling deeply. The first subtle breath of the aged wine rises, a complex aroma of dark fruit, a hint of spice, and a deep, mellow earthiness. It is a promise of the quiet enjoyment to come. You then lift the bottle, tilting it slowly and steadily over the decanter. The deep ruby liquid begins its graceful journey, flowing in a smooth, unbroken stream into the crystal vessel. As it pours, the wine cascades down the inner walls of the decanter, creating a soft, almost watery sound, a gentle gurgle as it breathes and aerates. You watch as the rich color deepens, shimmering softly in the light, revealing its clarity. The aroma intensifies, filling the air around you with its rich, inviting presence. You continue the pour with unhurried care, observing the slow rise of the wine within the decanter, ensuring no sediment disturbs its purity. The rhythmic sound of the liquid filling the crystal is deeply calming, a steady, flowing whisper. Once the bottle is empty, you gently place it down, and the decanter, now full, stands majestic and still. The wine rests, waiting patiently, its subtle fragrance settling in the quiet air. The deep ruby wine rests, quietly breathing in its crystal decanter, a promise of later enjoyment. For now, a different kind of tranquility beckons as the day begins its graceful descent towards evening. You find yourself now on the polished teak deck of your yacht, anchored in a secluded cove, far from the city's distant hum. The air here is markedly different, cooler and infused with the clean, briny scent of the open sea, a refreshing contrast to the contained air of the penthouse. The setting sun, a vast, molten orb, hovers just above the horizon, painting the expansive sky in a breathtaking palette of soft oranges, rose golds, and deepening lavenders. These colors are reflected with a shimmering liquid brilliance across the calm surface of the water, creating an ever-shifting canvas of light and shadow. The gentle swell of the ocean is almost imperceptible, a subtle, rhythmic motion that cradles the yacht in a slow, comforting sway. You move to the railing, the smooth, cool metal, a pleasant touch beneath your fingertips. As you lean slightly, you notice the rhythmic, hushed sound of water softly lapping against the hull of the vessel, a consistent, gentle shocks that becomes the primary soundtrack of this moment. It's a sound that seems to encourage a slowing of your own breathing, a natural alignment with the ocean's quiet pulse. The breeze, light and consistent, carries the faint, clean scent of salt and perhaps a hint of distant coastal foliage, fresh and invigorating. Your gaze sweeps across the vast expanse of the sea. The water stretches out, seemingly endless, a vast sheet of deepening blues and purples where the reflected light begins to fade. On the distant shoreline, the last vestiges of daylight cling to the rugged cliffs, highlighting their ancient, weathered textures. Everything feels expansive, open, and profoundly peaceful. There are no harsh lines here, only the soft, merging gradients of sky and sea. You find a comfortable spot on a plush, outdoor lounge, its cushions soft and yielding as you settle. The fabric is a fine, weather-resistant linen, cool and smooth against your skin. You close your eyes for a moment, simply absorbing the gentle rocking motion of the yacht, the constant, soft lapping of the waves. The warmth of the fading sun still touches your face, a lingering caress. You take a slow, deep breath, holding the cool, salty air in your lungs before releasing it in a long, quiet exhale. The sounds of the sea are the only companions, a lullaby that promises profound rest. Each subtle movement of the boat is a reminder of this unique tranquility, a quiet, profound grounding. The last blush of sunset fades into the horizon, leaving behind a sky of deep, velvety indigo. Around you on the yacht's deck, the soft, amber glow of carefully placed lanterns begins to assert itself, casting gentle pools of light onto the polished teak and the pristine white linen of your dining table. The air has grown cooler, carrying with it the invigorating freshness of the open sea, a constant, clean scent that mingles with the subtle aroma of the evening meal. You settle into a comfortable chair at the table, its cushions soft beneath you. Before you, a simple, elegant setting awaits: fine porcelain, gleaming silver cutlery, and crystal glassware. The decanted wine from your cellar now rests quietly in its vessel, catching the lantern light in its deep, ruby depths. The gentle lapping of waves against the hull continues its rhythmic whisper, a soothing, persistent sound that underscores the profound quiet of the evening. A light, fresh breeze drifts across the deck, a cool touch on your skin, carrying with it the faint, clean scent of the ocean and a hint of something delicate from the evening's preparations. You notice the way the lantern light dances softly on the surface of the decanter, creating subtle shifts in color and reflection. The distant shoreline is now a faint, dark silhouette against the deep blue of the night sky, punctuated by a few scattered pinpricks of light from a far-off village. You reach for a piece of fresh, perfectly seared fish, its delicate aroma rising as you lift it with your fork. The gentle clink of silver against porcelain is soft and clear in the still air. The fish is tender, flaking easily, its clean, subtle flavor enhanced by a hint of fresh herbs. You chew slowly, appreciating the texture, the quiet satisfaction of each bite. Beside it, perfectly steamed green vegetables offer a crispness, a vibrant, earthy counterpoint. You then reach for the decanter, its cool, smooth crystal fitting comfortably in your hand. With a slow, steady motion, you pour a small amount of the aged wine into your glass. The rich, dark liquid flows gracefully, a soft gurgle as it fills the bowl. You bring the glass to your nose, inhaling the complex bouquet. Notes of dark berries, a whisper of oak, and a deep, grounding earthiness. The first sip is smooth, velvety, unfolding its layers of flavor on your tongue. A profound, quiet enjoyment. You lean back slightly, feeling the gentle sway of the yacht, the consistent, rhythmic motion beneath you. The soft glow of the lanterns creates an intimate, tranquil space, a cocoon of light against the vast, dark expanse of the sea. The distant shore has almost completely receded into the darkness, and above, the first few stars begin to emerge, tiny, shimmering points in the immense canvas of the night sky. Everything feels suspended, peaceful, and deeply restful. The deep, expansive quiet of the ocean at anchor gives way to the more contained, yet equally profound, stillness of a new setting. The memory of the gentle lapping waves and the cool sea breeze gradually recedes as you step from the bustling energy of the city street into the hushed sanctuary of your bespoke atelier. The heavy, dark wood door closes behind you with a soft, satisfying thudi, instantly muffling the distant urban sounds, leaving only a serene calm. The air inside is immediately different, carrying a distinct, comforting fragrance. The rich, earthy scent of fine wool, mingled with the crisp, clean aroma of freshly pressed linen, and a subtle, almost imperceptible hint of leather. The light here is soft, diffused, filtering through tall, frosted windows, creating an even, gentle illumination that highlights the textures of the fabrics and the polished surfaces without glare. Your shoes, soft leather, make no sound on the thick, dark carpeting that absorbs all echo. A quiet, almost reverent presence greets you. The master tailor, a figure of calm precision, offers a subtle nod, a silent acknowledgement. You move towards a large, polished oak table, its surface gleaming softly under the diffused light. Laid out upon it are an array of fabric swatches, each a small rectangle of potential. Your fingers reach out, drawn by the subtle variations in texture and hue. You begin to run your fingertips over a swatch of fine cashmere, feeling its incredible softness, the way it drapes with an almost liquid grace. The fibers yield gently under your touch, a comforting warmth radiating from the woven material. Next, you explore a length of worsted wool, its surface smoother, with a crisp, dry hand, promising structure and elegant drape. You notice the subtle variations in its charcoal gray, shifting from deep slate to a lighter, almost silvery tone depending on how the light catches it. The faint rustle of the fabric as you move it is a soft, papery whisper. The tailor approaches, his movements quiet and precise. He holds a long, flexible tape measure, its smooth yellow surface marked with fine black increments. A small, almost imperceptible snip sound comes from a distant cutting table, the soft whisper of shears through fabric, a momentary punctuation in the atelier's silence. He gestures gently, inviting you to stand on a low, wooden platform. You step up, feeling the solid, stable surface beneath your feet. He begins the measurements, his touch light and professional. The cool, smooth tape measure wraps around your wrist, then your arm, a gentle pressure that is barely there. You feel the subtle brush of the fabric against your skin as he adjusts it, ensuring the perfect fit. His movements are deliberate, unhurried, each action performed with practiced grace. The faint, clean scent of starch from the freshly pressed samples on a nearby rack drifts towards you. You stand still, allowing the quiet process to unfold, feeling the precise, almost imperceptible adjustments. The air around you is still, quiet, filled only with the soft sounds of meticulous craftsmanship. It is a moment of deep, focused attention, a calm engagement with the art of bespoke creation. The last precise measurement is taken, and the tailor gently lowers the tape, his movements fluid and practiced. You step down from the low wooden platform, feeling the soft carpeting absorb the faint pressure of your feet. The air in the atelier remains hushed, filled with the lingering, comforting scent of fine wool and the subtle, clean aroma of pressed fabrics. The diffused light from the tall windows continues to bathe the room in an even, tranquil glow. With a quiet gesture, the tailor indicates a series of mannequins positioned in a more secluded section of the room, each draped with the nascent form of a garment. These are not finished pieces, but rather works in progress, revealing the meticulous stages of their creation. A subtle sense of quiet anticipation fills the space, an appreciation for the artistry unfolding. You move towards them, your soft steps making no sound on the thick carpet. Your gaze is drawn to a garment, crafted from a rich, deep sapphire silk, still in its early stages. It drapes over the form with an almost liquid grace, catching the soft light in shimmering folds. You approach it slowly, extending a hand. Your fingertips hover, then gently brush against the cool, smooth surface of the silk. It feels incredibly delicate, yet substantial, flowing like water under your touch. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of the fabric as it shifts is a soft, rustling sound that seems to melt into the quiet. You observe the meticulous hand-stitching along a seam, tiny, even stitches that are barely visible, a testament to the artisan's precision. Each stitch is a deliberate act, holding the fabric in its intended form, guiding its eventual shape. The color of the silk, a profound blue, deepens and lightens with every subtle shift in the ambient light, revealing a hidden vibrancy within its calm hue. You trace the line of a nascent collar with your gaze, imagining the finished piece, the way it will frame the neck. The air around the mannequin feels still, allowing you to fully absorb the visual and tactile details of the fabric's journey. Moving on, your attention shifts to a jacket, fashioned from a charcoal gray wool, the very fabric you examined moments earlier. This garment, still basted with temporary white threads, shows the raw structure of its form. You notice the crispness of the wool, the way it holds its shape even in this unfinished state. Your fingers lightly touch the lapel, feeling the firm yet yielding texture of the fabric, the subtle nap of the wool. The faint, dry scent of the natural fibers is clear here, grounding and familiar. You observe the intricate, almost invisible canvas inner lining, hand-stitched into the jacket's interior, providing its foundational structure. This hidden work, so crucial to the garment's drape and longevity, speaks of a quiet dedication to perfection. The soft, diffused light reveals the subtle shadows cast by the basted seams, hinting at the clean lines that will emerge. You stand for a long moment, simply observing the slow, deliberate transformation of raw material into a refined form, a quiet dance of craft and patience. The atelier remains a sanctuary of stillness, where time seems to slow, allowing for a deep appreciation of quiet artistry. Leaving the quiet hum of the atelier, where the scent of fine wool lingered, you step into a different kind of sanctuary. The heavy paneled door of your private library closes with a soft, almost imperceptible click, instantly enveloping you in a profound, scholarly hush. The air here is distinct, a rich, comforting blend of aged paper, warm leather, and a subtle, grounding hint of polished wood, a fragrance that speaks of countless stories held within. The afternoon light, now softer, filters through tall, leaded glass windows, casting long, gentle stripes across the dark, gleaming expanse of the herringbone oak floor. Everywhere you look, towering bookshelves rise towards the ceiling, filled with volumes bound in various leathers and cloths, their spines a kaleidoscope of muted colors. Each shelf is meticulously organized, a silent testament to years of quiet curation. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the building's climate control, a steady, low thrum that deepens the sense of stillness. You walk slowly down a narrow aisle between the towering shelves, your hand lightly trailing along the cool, smooth spines of the books. The leather bindings feel supple and worn under your fingertips, some with faint indentations from years of being held, others crisp and new. You notice the subtle gold tooling on a particularly old volume, tracing the delicate patterns with your thumb, feeling the slight raised texture. A faint, dry scent of old paper rises as you pass, a quiet whisper of history. Your gaze drifts, unhurried, across the titles, a quiet search unfolding in your mind. You pause at a section dedicated to classic literature, your eyes settling on a particular volume. It is bound in a deep forest green leather, its title embossed in a simple, elegant gold. You reach for it, carefully sliding it from its place on the shelf. The book feels substantial, a comforting weight in your hands, the cool leather warming slightly against your palm. You open it to a random page, inhaling the faint, sweet scent of aged paper and ink, before closing it softly, the slight thump a gentle punctuation in the quiet. Carrying the chosen book, you move towards the center of the room, where a deep, oversized armchair awaits. It is upholstered in a rich, dark brown leather, softened and polished by years of quiet use. You settle into its embrace, feeling the yielding cushions conform to your shape, a luxurious sinking sensation. The leather creaks softly, a low, comforting sound, as you find your perfect position. The warmth of the armchair rises to meet you, a gentle, encompassing comfort. You rest the book on your lap, its weight, a grounding presence. The diffused afternoon light illuminates the pages, inviting you to begin. The encompassing scent of the library, of old books and warm leather, settles around you, a soft, aromatic cocoon. You close your eyes for a moment, simply breathing in the quiet, feeling the deep, supportive comfort of the armchair. The world outside the library walls feels distant, a gentle and peaceful awareness. The deep, supportive comfort of the leather armchair cradles you, a gentle embrace in the hushed tranquility of your private library. The chosen book, its deep green leather binding cool and smooth, rests open on your lap, its pages illuminated by the soft, diffused afternoon light that filters through the tall, leaded glass windows. The air around you is still, carrying the familiar grounding scent of aged paper, warm leather, and polished wood, a quiet perfume that speaks of centuries of stories. You lift your hands, slowly, to the open pages. Your fingertips, with careful precision, gently flatten the slight curve of the paper, feeling its subtle texture. It is a fine, creamy paper, slightly cool, with a very faint, almost imperceptible toothiness that speaks of its quality. The elegant typography, crisp and clear, invites your eyes to begin their journey across the lines of text. The quiet hum of the building systems, a steady, low thrum, is the only distant sound, a gentle counterpoint to the profound stillness that surrounds you. Your gaze settles on the first paragraph, allowing your eyes to slowly absorb the words, each letter, Each carefully crafted sentence unfolds with a quiet rhythm. You feel your breath deepen, slowing to match the unhurried pace of your reading. The subtle weight of the book in your hands is a grounding presence, a physical connection to the narrative unfolding before you. The diffused light from the windows casts no harsh glare, allowing your eyes to move effortlessly from line to line, from word to word. As you reach the end of a page, your fingers extend, gently, to the bottom corner. With a delicate touch, you lift the single sheet, feeling its lightness, its almost weightless quality. The softest, shuttle sound, a whisper of paper against paper, accompanies the turning of the page, a sound that is both subtle and deeply satisfying in the quiet room. The newly revealed page presents fresh lines of text, inviting your eyes to continue their journey. The scent of old paper, released by the slight movement, intensifies for a brief moment, then settles again into the ambient fragrance of the library. You continue to read, allowing the words to transport you, yet remaining acutely aware of the quiet cocoon you inhabit. The warmth of the leather armchair rises around you, a constant, gentle comfort. The light outside the window begins to soften further as the afternoon progresses, casting longer, more golden stripes across the oak floor. You pause for a moment, resting your eyes, simply observing the still shadows in the corners of the room, the silent presence of the towering bookshelves. The quiet concentration of reading settles deeply within you, a peaceful, focused state. Every small detail, from the texture of the page to the faint scent of ink, contributes to this profound sense of calm. The world beyond the library feels distant, a gentle, unhurried awareness. The deep, quiet concentration of the library, with its warm leather and aged paper, slowly recedes as a new, cooler sensation draws you towards the breaking day. The lingering scent of old books gently gives way to a fresh, cool dampness in the air as you step through a discreet doorway, emerging into your private courtyard garden. Dawn is just beginning to unfold, painting the eastern sky with the palest, most delicate hints of rose and pearl, a silent, soft awakening. The air here is crisp and cool, carrying the invigorating scent of damp earth, fresh green foliage, and a subtle, clean minerality from the stone pathways. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth surface of the flagstones, each step a soft, almost imperceptible sound in the profound stillness of the early morning. Everywhere you look, tiny droplets of dew cling to the leaves of the miniature maple, the delicate blades of moss, and the petals of a solitary, unopened camellia. Each bead of moisture catches the nascent light, shimmering like a perfect trembling crystal. You move slowly, drawn to a particularly verdant fern, its fronds unfurling with quiet grace. You reach out a finger, gently touching a cool, moist leaf, feeling the delicate resistance of its surface, the tiny, cool sensation of the dew against your skin. The leaf trembles, ever so slightly, then settles back into its still repose. From a hidden corner of the garden, perhaps from a high branch in a nearby tree, a single, clear birdsong rises, a pure, uncomplicated melody that seems to welcome the new day. It is a soft, gentle trill, followed by a moment of profound silence. Then another, slightly different call answers from a greater distance, a quiet, natural chorus. Your gaze drifts towards the carefully raked sand garden, a serene expanse of fine, pale grains. Its pristine surface awaits your touch, a canvas of quiet contemplation. Near the polished river stones that define its edge, a small, elegant wooden rake rests, its smooth handle cool and polished beneath your palm. The bamboo tines are slender, perfectly aligned, designed for this delicate meditative work. You lift the rake, feeling its balanced weight, the smooth texture of the wood, a comforting presence in your hand. The air holds the faint, clean scent of damp sand and stone, mingling with the fresh morning dew. You approach the sand garden, standing at its periphery, allowing your eyes to absorb the smooth, undisturbed surface. With a slow, deliberate motion, you lower the rake, its tines gently meeting the fine, pale grains. A soft, almost whispered sound accompanies the rake's path as it moves across the sand, creating a new, flowing pattern. You guide the rake with unhurried precision, drawing long, parallel lines, then subtly curving them around the smooth, gray river stone that sits like an island in the sand. Each stroke is an act of quiet intention, a focused, calming rhythm. The fresh lines emerge, perfectly defined, a testament to the rake's gentle movement. You watch the subtle interplay of light and shadow within the freshly raked grooves, observing how the nascent sunlight deepens the contrast, making the patterns stand out. The cool air brushes faintly against your skin as you continue this quiet ritual, feeling a profound sense of order settling over the garden and within you. The birdsong continues, a soft, intermittent serenade, a peaceful backdrop to the unfolding morning. You stand, rake in hand, observing the new patterns, a tranquil sense of completion filling the quiet space. The day begins, quietly, patiently, perfectly. The cool, fresh air of the courtyard garden still envelops you as you gently place the wooden rake back beside the polished river stones. The newly formed patterns in the sand garden shimmer softly under the growing light of dawn, a quiet testament to your morning ritual. A profound sense of calm settles, a gentle continuation of the peace you found in the raking. You turn, moving with unhurried grace, towards a small, open-sided pavilion, nestled in a secluded corner of the garden, specifically designed for quiet contemplation. The flagstones beneath your bare feet feel cool and smooth, guiding your path. As you step into the pavilion, the air here is subtly different, shielded from the direct morning breeze, feeling slightly warmer, more contained. A low, lacquered wooden table awaits, perfectly arranged with the implements for a meditative tea ceremony. Cushions, plump and covered in a fine, natural linen, invite you to settle. You lower yourself onto one, feeling its soft, yielding embrace, the gentle rustle of the fabric, a soft sound against the profound quiet. The scent of damp earth and fresh foliage from the garden mingles subtly with the nascent, delicate aroma of warming water and tea leaves. Before you, a small, dark ceramic teapot sits on a warming stand, a whisper of steam already rising from its spout. Beside it, a delicate porcelain cup, perfectly formed, awaits its contents. You reach for the teapot, your fingers finding the smooth, warm ceramic, feeling its gentle heat. With a slow, deliberate motion, you lift the lid, revealing the dried tea leaves within, their dark, intricate forms emitting a faint, earthy fragrance. The soft clink of the ceramic lid settling back into place is a precise, clear sound in the stillness. You then reach for a small, elegant bamboo scoop. With gentle precision, you measure a small amount of tea, dropping the leaves into the waiting teapot. The dry leaves make a soft papery as they fall, a delicate sound that speaks of their lightness. You then take up a small, fine mesh strainer, positioning it carefully over the porcelain cup. The anticipation is not one of haste, but of a quiet, unhurried unfolding, each action a step in a familiar, comforting ritual. The gentle warmth from the teapot radiates faintly against your hand as you prepare for the next step. With a deep breath, you grasp the teapot, tilting it slowly. A thin, graceful stream of pale golden-green liquid begins to pour, passing through the fine mesh strainer with a soft, steady flow. The liquid fills the delicate porcelain cup, creating a gentle, almost silent, lap-lap sound as it rises. A delicate plume of steam ascends from the hot tea, carrying with it the subtle, fresh aroma of green tea, clean and slightly vegetal. The cup feels warm in your hand as you gently lift it, its smooth ceramic, a comforting touch. You bring the cup slowly to your lips. The warmth of the ceramic transfers to your skin, a grounding sensation. The first sip is warm, smooth, and clean, a delicate flavor that awakens the palate with its subtle notes of earth and freshness. You feel the warmth spread gently through you, a quiet, internal unfolding. You set the cup back down, the delicate clink of porcelain on lacquered wood barely audible. Your gaze drifts out towards the raked sand garden, the patterns you created earlier still perfectly defined, now glistening as the dew begins to evaporate under the gentle morning sun. The birdsong has settled into a softer, more continuous murmur, a quiet backdrop to this moment of perfect stillness. Everything is present, calm, and deeply peaceful. The delicate, clean taste of green tea still lingers on your tongue as you gently rise from the cushions in the garden pavilion. The morning has fully awakened now, the sun higher, dissolving the last traces of dew from the leaves. A new quiet beckons, a different kind of sanctuary designed for profound rest. You move with unhurried grace, leaving the fresh, invigorating scents of the garden behind, and step into the hushed interior corridor that leads to your personal spa. The air immediately shifts, becoming noticeably warmer, infused with a distinct, calming fragrance. It is a harmonious blend of earthy eucalyptus and the soft floral whisper of lavender, a scent that instantly signals relaxation. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth surface of polished river stones underfoot, a grounding sensation that absorbs all sound as you proceed. The lighting here is soft, indirect, emanating from concealed sources, casting a gentle, amber glow that eliminates any harshness or glare. You enter the main chamber of the spa, a spacious haven of tranquil design. The walls are clad in large, smooth slabs of warm, pale stone, their surfaces subtly textured, inviting a gentle touch. The stone radiates a faint, consistent warmth, a subtle heat that permeates the air, creating a deeply comforting environment. The only sound is a very faint, almost imperceptible murmur of circulating water, a soft, steady thrum that becomes part of the pervasive silence. Your gaze drifts towards the large, sunken soaking tub, crafted from the same warm, pale stone as the walls. Its generous dimensions invite a complete surrender to its depths. The surface of the water within is perfectly still, reflecting the soft amber light from above, a dark, inviting mirror. A few delicate, fresh eucalyptus leaves float gently on the water's surface, releasing their invigorating aroma. You approach the tub slowly, each step deliberate, feeling the smooth, polished stone beneath your feet grow warmer as you near the water's edge. You reach out a hand, fingers hovering just above the water, then slowly, carefully, lower your palm into its surface. The water is perfectly warm, a luxurious, enveloping heat that instantly soothes. It feels silken, yielding, a gentle caress against your skin. A quiet sigh escapes you, a soft release of any lingering tension. The subtle scent of lavender seems to deepen around you, mingling with the clean steam rising gently from the water. You withdraw your hand, feeling the warm droplets cling to your skin before slowly evaporating. Beside the tub, on a small, smooth stone ledge, a collection of glass bottles stands. You select one, its dark amber glass cool and smooth in your hand. It contains a blend of essential oils, ready to be added. With a deliberate twist, you open the cap, and a richer, more concentrated burst of lavender and eucalyptus fills the air. You slowly tilt the bottle, allowing a few precious drops to fall onto the water's surface. Each drop creates a tiny, perfect ripple that expands gently outwards, then disappears into the calm. The oil spreads, an iridescent sheen, releasing its profound fragrance. You close your eyes for a moment, simply breathing in the aromatic steam, feeling the deep, enveloping warmth of the stone, the quiet promise of the soak to come. The world outside the spa walls feels utterly distant, a gentle, profound peace settling deep within you. The rich, calming fragrance of lavender and eucalyptus, now fully diffused, hangs gently in the warm, humid air of your personal spa. The surface of the stone-soaking tub shimmers softly under the soft, amber light, its water perfectly still, having just received the final delicate drops of essential oil. You stand at its edge, feeling the consistent, subtle warmth radiating from the pale, polished stone floor beneath your bare feet, a comforting, grounding prelude to the imminent immersion. The faint, almost imperceptible murmur of circulating water provides a steady, low thrum beneath the pervasive quiet, a gentle anticipation. With a slow, deliberate movement, you lift one foot, then gently, carefully, lower it into the water. The initial touch of the warm, silken liquid against the sole of your foot is exquisitely soft, a welcoming, enveloping embrace. A faint, almost imperceptible ripple spreads outward from your toes, disturbing the perfectly still surface for just a fleeting moment before it gracefully settles again, becoming smooth once more. You shift your weight, allowing the other foot to follow, slowly, deliberately, feeling the water rise around your ankles, a gentle, pervasive warmth that climbs steadily upwards. Each unhurried step into the depths is a quiet, conscious transition, a peaceful movement from the solid world to the yielding, liquid embrace of the warm water. As you continue to lower your body, slowly, gracefully, the water rises, steadily, smoothly, enveloping you with its luxurious, consistent warmth. It climbs past your calves, then your knees, a soothing, even pressure that seems to gently dissolve any lingering tension in your muscles, releasing their hold. You feel the gentle buoyancy begin to lift you, a subtle, almost weightless sensation taking hold, easing all strain. The soft lapping sound of the water against the smooth, curved stone sides of the tub is a muffled whisper, a continuous, gentle lullaby of liquid movement. Your entire skin, now completely immersed, feels utterly relaxed, absorbing the deeply infused warmth, a profound sense of calm washing over you. You recline fully, allowing your head to rest gently against the smooth, cool to the touch, curved edge of the stone tub, perfectly shaped to support the curve of your neck and head. The water now completely envelops your body, reaching just to your chin, a warm, soft blanket that erases the boundaries between you and your surroundings. The delicate eucalyptus leaves, released by your entry, now drift gently, languidly on the water's surface, their subtle green, a natural contrast against the dark, reflective water. Your arms float slightly, effortlessly, at your sides, fingers softly splayed, feeling the gentle, almost imperceptible currents. You close your eyes for a long moment, simply existing in this state of perfect equilibrium, the weight of your body entirely supported and cradled. Opening your eyes, the soft, amber light seems to filter through the delicate steam that gently rises from the water, creating a hazy, dreamlike quality throughout the spa chamber. The rough, natural texture of the pale stone walls appears softened, blurred at the edges by the moisture, contributing to the sense of an intimate, comforting cocoon, a private retreat. The faint murmur of circulating water, a steady, low thrum, is now almost imperceptible, blending seamlessly with the profound quiet, becoming an integral part of the stillness. The aromatic steam, rich with lavender and eucalyptus, fills your lungs with each slow, deep, cleansing breath, calming every cell. You observe the tiny, shimmering reflections of light dancing gently on the water's surface, shifting and reforming with the most subtle movements of the air, a silent, hypnotic visual. A deep, tranquil peace settles over you, a profound sense of release and quiet surrender. The lingering warmth of the spa slowly recedes as you gently emerge from its embrace. The silken water releasing your body with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh. The aromatic steam, rich with lavender and eucalyptus, still clings to your skin, a delicate, fading memory as you step onto the cool, polished stone floor. A sense of gentle invigoration accompanies you as you move through the hushed corridor, leaving the profound tranquility of the spa behind. The air gradually lightens, losing its humidity as you approach the bright, expansive space of your kitchen, signaling a subtle shift in the day's quiet activities. You step onto the familiar, cool expanse of the kitchen's marble floor, each footfall making no sound on its polished surface. The room is bathed in the soft, natural light of the late afternoon, filtering through large, unobstructed windows that offer a serene, framed view of the city's quiet rooftops. A subtle, constant sound fills the space here, the gentle, almost imperceptible hum of high-end appliances, a low, steady thrum that speaks of quiet efficiency. It's a soft, reassuring presence that underlies the room's serene atmosphere, a quiet energy distinct from the profound stillness of the spa. The air carries a clean, faint scent of fresh herbs, a subtle, green aroma that hints at recent use, mingling with the crisp, almost sterile cleanness of the polished surfaces. Your gaze drifts across the pristine, uncluttered countertops, crafted from the same cool, pale marble, their surfaces reflecting the soft light with a gentle sheen. You move towards a large, integrated refrigerator, its sleek, paneled door blending seamlessly with the cabinetry, a testament to understated design. With a gentle pull, the door glides open, revealing an organized array of fresh, vibrant ingredients within. The cool, crisp air from inside washes over your face, carrying the clean, earthy scent of fresh vegetables and the subtle sweetness of ripe fruit, a refreshing contrast to the ambient warmth of the room. You select a slender, dark green zucchini, its skin smooth and firm, feeling its cool, substantial weight in your hand. Beside it, a cluster of cherry tomatoes, still on the vine, offers their bright, sweet fragrance, a tiny burst of garden freshness. You place the zucchini and tomatoes on a small, smooth wooden cutting board, its surface warm and dry beneath your fingers, a grounding presence on the cool marble. Reaching for the polished chrome faucet, you turn the handle with a soft, precise click, initiating a gentle flow. A cool, steady stream of water flows, a quiet, continuous sound as it fills a small, shallow ceramic bowl. You immerse the zucchini, feeling the cool water sluice over its smooth, dark green skin, washing away any imperceptible dust. The sound of the water is a continuous, soft whisper against the quiet hum of the room. You then gently rub the zucchini with your thumb, feeling its firm, unblemished texture before placing it back on the board. The cherry tomatoes follow, their delicate skins glistening under the gentle cascade of water, a faint, clean vegetal scent rising in the air. You select a knife from a magnetic strip on the wall, its polished steel blade gleaming softly in the ambient light, its handle cool and perfectly balanced in your grasp. The knife is exquisitely sharp, a testament to meticulous care and craftsmanship. You position the zucchini on the cutting board, holding it steady and firm with one hand. With a slow, deliberate motion, you begin to slice, creating thin, even rounds of the vegetable. The knife passes through the zucchini with a soft, almost silent asterisk, SHHHK, a gentle, rhythmic sound that is deeply calming in its precision. Each perfectly formed slice falls onto the wooden board with a faint, soft tap, forming a neat, verdant stack. The fresh, mild scent of the zucchini is released into the air with each careful cut, adding to the subtle aromas of the kitchen. The heavy-bottomed, stainless steel pan rests on the sleek induction hob, its surface now radiating a subtle, consistent warmth. The golden olive oil, carefully drizzled, shimmers gently across its smooth base, catching the soft, late-afternoon light that fills your spacious kitchen. The faint, almost inaudible hum of the high-end appliances continues its steady, reassuring presence, a low thrum that deepens the tranquil atmosphere. The neatly sliced zucchini, awaiting its turn, rests on the wooden cutting board, its verdant rounds promising fresh flavor. A delicate, clean scent of warming oil now mingles with the subtle, green aroma of the recently prepared vegetables, a quiet anticipation of the cooking to come. Your gaze drifts towards a small, elegant ceramic pot on the counter, where several sprigs of fresh herbs are nestled, their vibrant green leaves a lively contrast against the pale stone. You reach for a sprig of rosemary, its slender stem firm between your fingers. The tiny needle-like leaves feel slightly resinous, cool, and firm to the touch. As you gently pull the leaves from the stem, a faint, dry sound accompanies the action, and an immediate, invigorating burst of its earthy, pine-like fragrance fills the air around you, sharp and clean. You then select a few delicate sprigs of thyme, their tiny, soft leaves releasing a lighter, more peppery scent as you run your fingers along their stems. You gather the fresh rosemary and thyme leaves onto the wooden cutting board, arranging them into a small, fragrant pile. Taking up the polished steel knife again, its blade gleaming softly, you position it over the herbs. With slow, deliberate movements, you begin to finely chop the leaves. The knife passes through the delicate foliage with a soft, rhythmic tap-tap-tap, a precise, almost musical sound that is deeply calming in its repetition. Each tiny piece of herb releases another wave of its vibrant, natural aroma, intensifying the fragrant cloud that rises from the board, the green fragments scattered gently across the warm wood, a miniature landscape of scent and texture. With a gentle sweep of the knife's flat side, you gather the freshly chopped herbs and carefully sprinkle them into the warming pan. As they meet the shimmering olive oil, a soft, almost imperceptible sizzle begins, a delicate whisper of sound that signifies the release of their essential oils. The air around the pan immediately fills with a richer, more complex aroma, a harmonious blend of the earthy rosemary and the peppery thyme, now warmed and intensified by the gentle heat. You lean slightly closer, inhaling the fragrant steam, feeling its subtle warmth on your face, a deeply grounding sensation. Now, with unhurried grace, you gently slide the neatly sliced zucchini from the cutting board into the pan. Each round lands with a soft, muted, srade, a quiet, rhythmic sound as the vegetables meet the warm oil and herbs. The vibrant green of the zucchini contrasts beautifully with the darker green of the herbs and the golden hue of the oil. You take up a smooth, light wooden spoon, its surface warm and dry in your hand, and begin to gently stir the contents of the pan. The wooden spoon makes a soft, almost silent cold scrape against the smooth bottom of the stainless steel, turning the zucchini and herbs, ensuring they are evenly coated in the fragrant oil. You watch as the zucchini slices begin to soften, their bright green deepening slightly, their edges acquiring a very subtle, almost imperceptible translucence. The aromas in the kitchen continue to evolve, a gentle symphony of fresh vegetables, warming olive oil, and fragrant herbs, creating a comforting, inviting presence. The gentle sizzle from the pan remains a soft, consistent backdrop, a quiet, mindful rhythm of creation. You pause, simply observing the subtle transformations, feeling the warmth radiating from the hob, the smooth, cool marble beneath your hands. The gentle sizzle of the pan has softened to a low whisper, signaling the completion of your simple, elegant meal. As the last lingering aromas of herbs and warming olive oil gently fade from the kitchen air, you notice the light outside the expansive windows has deepened to a profound indigo, the quiet invitation of the approaching night. A different kind of pursuit beckons now, one that leads upwards, towards the boundless expanse above the city, a quiet journey from culinary creation to cosmic contemplation. You move from the lingering warmth and subtle fragrances of the kitchen, your soft steps on the cool marble floor, a familiar, rhythmic padding. A hushed corridor, dimly lit by discreet wall sconces, leads you deeper into the refined spaces of your home. You approach a discreet, heavy door, crafted from brushed steel, its surface cool and smooth to the touch beneath your fingertips. With a gentle, deliberate push, it swings inward, revealing the entrance to your private observatory dome. The air here is immediately cooler, crisper, carrying a faint, clean scent of polished metal and subtle electronics, a distinct departure from the culinary warmth you just left, a refreshing coolness against your skin. Stepping inside, the room is circular, its curved walls clad in a dark matte finish that absorbs light. It is dimly illuminated by subtle, recessed floor lights that cast a soft, ethereal glow on the metallic surfaces, creating an atmosphere of hushed anticipation. At the very center, the impressive form of your telescope stands, a sleek, dark instrument of precision, pointed silently upwards. You approach a control panel, its array of illuminated buttons offering a soft green luminescence against the dark. Your finger extends, slowly, deliberately, to press a specific button, its surface cool and smooth beneath your touch. A very faint, almost imperceptible click confirms the activation. Then, a low, steady word begins, a soft mechanical sound that emanates from the dome above you. It is a smooth, continuous purr, the sound of hidden gears engaging, slowly, deliberately, setting the massive structure into motion. You watch, your gaze lifted, as a narrow, horizontal slit in the dome's ceiling slowly begins to open. The movement is fluid, silent save for the continued, soft whir of the mechanisms, a gentle, almost hypnotic sound. The dark, curved panels glide apart with exquisite precision, revealing a sliver of the velvet black night sky, studded with countless, shimmering pinpricks of light, each a distant sun. The cool, crisp night air, carrying the faint, clean scent of the upper atmosphere, descends gently into the dome, a subtle, refreshing current against your skin. The profound contrast between the illuminated interior and the vast, inky blackness outside is striking, a breathtaking visual revelation that stills the mind. With the dome now open, you move to the telescope, its smooth, cool casing a solid, reassuring presence. You gently grasp a control, a finely milled metal dial, feeling the subtle resistance as you begin to turn it. A very faint, high-pitched whine accompanies the slow, precise movement of the telescope, a soft, almost electronic whisper as it subtly shifts its orientation, tracking the celestial sphere. It is a delicate dance of advanced technology and ancient observation. You adjust it minutely, guiding its powerful lens towards a particular constellation, a cluster of stars that appears as a faint, ethereal smudge to the naked eye. Each small adjustment is deliberate, unhurried, a focused act of alignment, ensuring the perfect view. You lean in, your eye gently meeting the cool, smooth surface of the eyepiece. The ambient light from the floor recedes, and the world narrows to a profound, circular window into the cosmos. Through the lens, the distant stars, once mere pinpricks, explode into a breathtaking, shimmering tapestry of light and color. The breathtaking, shimmering tapestry of distant stars, brought into sharp focus by the telescope's powerful lens, still fills your vision, a profound, silent spectacle unfolding before your eye. The cool metal of the eyepiece against your skin is a subtle anchor, connecting you to the immense, silent canvas of the cosmos. The soft, rhythmic whir of the dome's tracking mechanism, a continuous, gentle purr, ensures the celestial object remains perfectly centered, a quiet, reassuring presence in the vastness. The cool, crisp night air, carrying the faint, clean scent of the upper atmosphere, continues to drift gently into the observatory dome, a subtle, refreshing current. After a long, quiet moment of pure observation, you slowly, reluctantly, draw your eye away from the eyepiece. The world beyond the lens expands again, but the imprint of the distant galaxy, its ethereal glow and intricate structure, remains vividly in your mind's eye. You turn from the telescope, your soft steps on the dark, sound-absorbing floor, taking you towards a gleaming console table set against the curved wall. Its surface is a smooth, cool, dark metal, reflecting the subtle, recessed floor lighting with a muted sheen. On the console, a series of sleek, dark screens glow with a soft, gentle luminescence. These are not harsh, bright lights, but rather carefully calibrated displays of digital star charts and astronomical data, their hues a calming palette of deep blues, soft greens, and muted grays. You settle into a comfortable, ergonomic chair, its dark leather cool and smooth beneath your hand as you adjust its height with a soft, almost imperceptible hiss of hydraulics. The air around you remains cool, carrying that faint, clean scent of polished metal and subtle electronics, a quiet hum of advanced technology at rest. Your fingers, with unhurried grace, Hover over a smooth, cool trackpad. With a gentle touch, you begin to navigate the star charts displayed on the central screen. The cursor glides smoothly across the digital sky, tracing the familiar lines of constellations, highlighting their individual stars with a soft, ethereal glow. You notice the delicate, almost imperceptible sound of your finger moving across the smooth surface of the trackpad, a faint, soft whisper that is absorbed by the quiet of the dome. Each star, each nebula, is meticulously catalogued, its data appearing in elegant, muted text on an adjacent screen, a quiet wealth of information. You zoom in on a particular region, the digital representation of the cosmos expanding, with a smooth, silent animation. The stars separate, revealing greater detail, fainter objects coming into view, just as they did through the telescope's lens. You trace the intricate patterns of a distant star cluster, imagining the immense distances, the countless light years, represented by these tiny shimmering points on the screen. The gentle glow from the screens illuminates your face with a soft, ethereal light, casting subtle, shifting shadows on the dark, curved walls of the dome. The faint, high-pitched whine of the telescope's tracking mechanism, almost forgotten, continues its steady, unobtrusive work in the background, a constant, comforting reminder of the physical connection to the celestial realm. You pause, allowing your eyes to simply wander across the illuminated star charts, observing the vast, intricate network of stars and galaxies. The subtle coolness of the air on your skin, the faint hum of the mechanisms, and the soft, silent glow of the screens create a profoundly peaceful atmosphere. It is a moment of quiet wonder, a deep connection to the immense, silent beauty of the universe, both through the direct view of the telescope and the ordered, elegant representation of the digital charts. Your breathing slows, becoming long and even, a gentle rhythm in the profound quiet of the observatory, the profound quiet and cool expansiveness of the observatory, with its distant stars and glowing screens, slowly recedes from your mind's grasp. The last faint whir of the dome mechanisms fades into memory, as a different kind of embrace now beckons, one of soft warmth and verdant life. You move through a discreet passage, leaving behind the crisp, sterile scent of the night sky, and step into the humid tranquility of your glass conservatory. The transition is immediate, a gentle shift from cosmic contemplation to an earthly, enclosed paradise. The air immediately wraps around you, thick and gentle, feeling like a soft, warm blanket on your skin, carrying the unmistakable perfume of damp earth and exotic blooms. Your bare feet find the smooth, cool tiles beneath them, a grounding sensation as you move deeper into the space. Overhead, the vast expanse of glass panes forms the ceiling and walls, blurring the outside world into soft, watery streaks. A steady, gentle drumming sound fills the conservatory, the rhythmic patter of rain falling softly on the glass roof, creating a continuous, soothing melody that permeates every corner of the room. The warm, moist air settles on your skin like a delicate veil, a comforting weight that eases any lingering tension from your journey through the night. You take a slow, deep breath, inhaling the rich, earthy scent of damp soil and vibrant chlorophyll, a profound connection to the living world around you. This natural fragrance mingles subtly with a delicate, sweet whisper, the signature aroma of the orchids that thrive in this carefully cultivated environment. The muted light filtering through the rain-streaked glass casts a soft green-tinged glow, creating a tranquil, almost ethereal atmosphere within the conservatory. Your gaze drifts towards a cluster of orchids, arranged on tiered stands of polished dark wood, their delicate blooms unfurling in a silent display of exquisite beauty. Each flower is a small work of art. One particular orchid, a phalaenopsis, presents petals of the purest white, veined with a faint, almost translucent lavender at its heart. You lean closer, observing the intricate, almost microscopic patterns on its surface, noticing the velvety texture of its labellum, a subtle invitation to touch. A very gentle, sweet fragrance emanates from the flowers, a subtle, almost shy perfume that blends seamlessly with the humid air, never overpowering, always inviting a deeper inhalation. You observe the intricate patterns of the roots, clinging to bark, visible through the clear pots, a delicate network of life, thriving in this carefully cultivated environment, drawing moisture from the humid air. The rain outside continues its gentle rhythm, each drop making a soft, distinct goat sop as it lands on the glass, then merging into a continuous flowing as rivulets stream down the panes. The world beyond the conservatory is softened by this watery curtain, the distant city lights diffused into hazy, impressionistic blurs, creating a sense of intimate enclosure, a private world within a world. You trace a single drop of water running slowly down the inside of a glass pane with your finger, feeling its cool, smooth path, a fleeting connection to the elements outside, a miniature journey across the transparent surface. You move towards a low, woven rattan chair, its natural fibers offering a subtle, earthy scent. You settle into its embrace, feeling the gentle give of the cushions, absorbing the pervasive warmth and humidity. The soft creak of the rattan is barely audible, a natural sound in the quiet space. The sounds of the rain, the subtle hum of the conservatory's climate control, and the delicate rustle of leaves in the humid air create a quiet symphony, a peaceful backdrop to your contemplation. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the warm, moist air soothe your skin, feeling the gentle weight of the humidity. A profound sense of calm washing over you. The warm, humid air of the glass conservatory continues to envelop you, a soft, comforting embrace against your skin, even as the gentle drumming of rain on the glass roof remains a steady, rhythmic lullaby. The delicate, sweet scent of orchids and damp earth still perfumes the air, a profound sense of natural tranquility. You rise slowly from the woven rattan chair, feeling the gentle release of its cushions, your bare feet finding the cool, smooth tiles beneath. The soft, green-tinged light, filtered through the rain-streaked panes, bathes the space in an ethereal glow, inviting a deeper connection with the vibrant life around you. Your gaze drifts towards a small, elegant brass mister, its polished surface gleaming softly on a low, dark wood table. You reach for it, your fingers closing around the cool, smooth metal handle, feeling its balanced weight. The brass feels solid and substantial in your palm. With a slow, deliberate movement, you lift the mister, bringing it close to a particularly lush fern, its fronds a vibrant, deep green. The air is still, amplifying the small, precise sounds of your actions. You press the lever gently with your thumb. A soft, almost silent asterisk, PSSSHT asterisk sound accompanies a fine, cool mist that emerges from the nozzle, settling like a delicate veil upon the fern's broad, intricate leaves. You watch as tiny droplets of water cling to the verdant surface, glistening like miniature pearls in the diffused light, enhancing the natural sheen of the foliage. The mist feels cool and refreshing against your own skin as it drifts, a subtle, invigorating sensation that deepens the humidity in the immediate vicinity. You move the mister slowly, ensuring each leaf receives its gentle, life-giving spray, a quiet, repetitive action that centers the mind. Moving on, Your attention is drawn to a magnificent orchid. Its large, velvety petals, a rich, deep purple, almost black at their centers. It unfurls from its clear pot, its aerial roots clinging delicately to a piece of bark, absorbing the ambient moisture. You lean closer, observing the intricate, almost microscopic patterns within the petals, the subtle variations in hue that reveal its profound complexity. Your fingers extend, slowly, to gently touch a single, cool petal. It feels surprisingly soft, almost like a fine silk, yielding slightly under the lightest pressure, a delicate, living texture. The subtle sweet fragrance of the orchid, delicate and refined, seems to intensify as you draw near, a quiet pleasure. You then shift your focus to a smaller, less conspicuous plant, a delicate bromeliad nestled among larger foliage. You notice a tiny, tightly furled leaf, a vibrant, almost iridescent green, emerging from its center. This is new growth, a quiet testament to the continuous cycle of life within the conservatory. You gently trace the curve of this tiny, nascent leaf with a pad of your thumb, feeling its smooth, firm texture, the promise of future unfurling. The air around you is still, only the soft asterisk PSSSHT asterisk of the mister, now used on a nearby plant by an unseen hand, providing a gentle, distant echo in the humid quiet. The faint, earthy scent of damp soil is particularly strong near the base of the bromeliad, grounding you further in this living sanctuary. You pause, simply standing amidst the lush greenery, feeling the consistent, warm humidity on your skin, inhaling the rich, complex aroma of the flourishing plants. The gentle patter of rain on the glass roof continues its steady, soothing rhythm, a constant, peaceful presence. You observe the subtle shimmer of the mist on the leaves, the delicate beauty of the blooms, and the quiet, persistent unfolding of new life. There is a profound sense of calm in these simple acts of tending, a mindful connection to the slow, unhurried pace of nature. The conservatory breathes around you, a living, quiet space of gentle warmth and soft, rhythmic sounds. The warm, humid embrace of the conservatory slowly releases its hold as you gently step away from the misted plants. The rhythmic patter of rain on the glass roof begins to recede, fading into a softer whisper as you transition from the lush space. The air around you gradually loses its tropical warmth, becoming cooler, drier, carrying a faint, clean scent of polished wood and aged paper, a distinct shift towards your study's scholarly atmosphere. Your soft steps on the cool tiles give way to the substantial feel of a thick rug leading deeper into your home. You arrive at the heavy, dark oak door of your private study, its surface cool and smooth. The wood grain is finely polished, reflecting the ambient twilight. With a gentle, deliberate turn of the brass knob, a soft, almost imperceptible click, the door swings inward with a silent, well-oiled movement. The room beyond is steeped in the deepening shades of dusk, a soft, muted light filling the space. The air here is still, carrying a profound aroma of old books, warm leather, and subtle, sweet ancient wood, a scent inviting contemplation. You move to the expansive, dark walnut desk that dominates the room. Its surface is impeccably polished, reflecting low light. On one corner, an elegant desk lamp, crafted from brushed bronze and deep green glass, stands poised. Your fingers reach for the cool, smooth metal switch at its base. With a soft, precise click, a warm, focused pool of light springs forth, casting a soft, golden glow onto the desk, pushing back twilight. The light is gentle, inviting, calibrated to illuminate without glare, creating an intimate circle of attention. The faint hum, barely audible, is a steady presence. From a deep, wide drawer in the desk, you carefully retrieve a long, dark, lacquered wooden case capped with polished brass. The wood feels smooth and cool beneath your fingertips, its weight substantial. With a slow, deliberate twist, you unlatch one of the brass caps, the faint squeak of metal, a tiny sound in the quiet room. From within, you gently slide out a rolled parchment, its edges slightly curled with age, its surface a warm, creamy beige. The parchment feels dry, almost brittle, a delicate, papery texture that whispers of past centuries. A faint, earthy scent, like dried herbs and dust, rises, a quiet breath of history. You place the rolled parchment carefully onto the illuminated desk surface. With both hands, you begin to slowly, gently unroll it, pushing outwards from the center. The ancient material offers subtle resistance, yielding with a delicate crackle and soft as layers separate. You feel the faint, dry texture beneath your fingertips, observing its tendency to curl back, a testament to its slumber. You use a pair of small, smooth stone weights, cool and dense, to gently hold down the corners, anchoring it flat. The soft thud of weights against wood is grounding. As the parchment fully unrolls, a beautifully rendered ancient map unfolds beneath the lamp's warm glow. Its surface is a delicate canvas of faded inks and subtle lines. You lean closer, observing the intricate details, tiny illustrations, delicate calligraphy of forgotten eras. The muted colors are vibrant. You trace a faded coastline with your fingertip, feeling the imperceptible raised texture of old ink, a silent connection. The gentle light illuminates details, inviting slow exploration. The air around you is still, carrying the profound scent of antiquity, a quiet immersion. The ancient map, carefully unrolled and held flat by the smooth stone weights, rests beneath the soft, golden glow of the desk lamp in your study. The rich aroma of aged paper, warm leather, and the subtle, sweet scent of old wood continues to fill the quiet air, a profound perfume of history. The room is steeped in the deepening indigo of dusk, the focused light from the lamp creating an intimate circle of attention on the parchment, a tranquil island in the encroaching night. The faint hum of the building systems, a low, steady thrum, is merely a distant whisper, deepening the sense of stillness. You lean closer to the parchment, your gaze drawn to the intricate details of the forgotten script that winds across its surface. The faded ink, a deep sepia that has softened with centuries, reveals itself in delicate strokes and graceful flourishes. You observe the subtle imperfections, the tiny variations in line thickness that speak of a human hand, a scribe working by candlelight long ago. The texture of the paper, dry and slightly crisp, appears almost translucent in places, revealing faint watermarks or perhaps the ghost of a previous drawing beneath the surface, a quiet secret held within its fibers. You take a slow, deep breath, inhaling the subtle, earthy scent that rises from the old paper, a direct connection to its ancient origins. Your fingers extend, slowly and carefully, towards a section of the script. The pad of your index finger gently settles onto the surface of the parchment. You feel its dry, almost velvety texture, a delicate resistance against your skin. With an unhurried, almost reverent motion, you begin to trace the elegant curves of a forgotten letter. following its faded path. The ink, though ancient, still holds a very faint, almost imperceptible raised texture, a subtle ridge beneath your fingertip, a ghost of its original application. The soft shout of your finger gliding across the parchment is the only sound, a gentle whisper that seems to echo from the distant past. You continue to trace, slowly, deliberately, allowing your finger to follow the intricate patterns of the script, from one flowing word to the next. Each curve, each delicate flourish, is explored with a quiet, focused attention. You notice the way the faded ink absorbs the lamp's light, some areas appearing darker, richer, while others seem to almost disappear into the creamy beige of the parchment, hinting at the passage of countless seasons. The subtle coolness of the stone weights, holding the corners flat, offers a grounding presence, a reassuring anchor on the desk. You pause, allowing your finger to rest on a particularly intricate symbol, a moment of silent contemplation, a quiet connection to the mind that first conceived these marks. The silence of the study is profound, broken only by the soft, rhythmic sound of your own breathing, which has deepened and slowed to match the unhurried pace of your exploration. The subtle scent of old paper and ancient ink, now warmed slightly by the lamp's glow, seems to intensify, wrapping around you like a comforting, aromatic shroud. You feel a quiet sense of immersion, a gentle drift back through time, connecting with the hands and thoughts of those who created this historical artifact. The world outside the study, with its modern concerns, feels very far away, a mere echo on the periphery of your tranquil awareness. You lift your hand, allowing the parchment to rest undisturbed, its forgotten script illuminated by the soft, focused light. The intricate lines and faded hues remain, a silent testament to enduring artistry and knowledge. The quiet of the study settles around you once more, a deep, encompassing calm. The ancient map waits, a quiet invitation to another moment of unhurried discovery, another whisper from the past. The faded script of the ancient map, still illuminated by the soft desk lamp, slowly recedes from your mind as you gently close the study door. The rich aroma of aged paper and warm leather lingers for a moment, then gives way to the cooler, cleaner air of the main residence. Your soft steps on the familiar marble floor carry you through a quiet passage, leaving the city's distant hum behind. A different kind of profound stillness now beckons, one of untouched nature, an expansive quiet. You emerge onto the wide, polished timber deck of your private lake house. The transition is immediate and complete. The air embraces you, cool and fresh, carrying the unmistakable, invigorating scent of pine and damp earth, mingled with the clean, subtle aroma of fresh water. The light here is the deep, velvety indigo of early evening, a soft, muted glow that bathes the entire landscape in a serene twilight. Your bare feet find the smooth, cool wood of the deck, each plank slightly textured by time, a grounding presence beneath you. Before you, the vast expanse of the lake stretches out, perfectly still, its surface a flawless mirror. It reflects the deepening colors of the twilight sky with astonishing clarity, soft mauves, deep purples, and the last faint streaks of rose and gold from the vanished sun. The distant shoreline, densely forested with ancient pines, appears as a dark, intricate silhouette against the painted sky, its details softened by the fading light. Every tree, every cloud, is duplicated with perfect fidelity on the water's calm surface, creating a breathtaking, immersive tableau that seems to stretch infinitely in all directions. The silence here is profound, a deep, encompassing quiet that seems to absorb all sound. It is broken only by the almost imperceptible, rhythmic lapping of tiny waves, so gentle they are merely a whisper against the distant, unseen shore. This soft, continuous coo-ee is a natural lullaby, a subtle, hypnotic sound that seems to encourage a slowing of your own breathing. You take a slow, deep breath, feeling the cool, crisp lake air fill your lungs, fresh and clean. A deeply cleansing sensation that invigorates and calms in equal measure. Then, from far across the dark, still water, a sound arises, clear and pure, cutting through the profound silence with an exquisite beauty. It is the distant, haunting call of a loon, a mournful, ethereal cry that echoes once, twice, then fades into the vastness of the twilight. The sound is both melancholic and deeply peaceful, a natural melody that belongs entirely to this pristine environment. It leaves an even deeper sense of quiet in its wake, as if the lake itself has absorbed the sound, holding it in its still depths. The air around you remains cool, a gentle caress on your skin, carrying the subtle, grounding scent of the surrounding forest. You move to the edge of the deck, your hands resting lightly on the smooth, weathered railing. The wood feels cool and slightly rough beneath your fingertips, a tangible connection to the natural world. You gaze out at the vast, reflective surface of the lake, observing the subtle shifts in the reflected sky as the last vestiges of twilight deepen into true night. A few early stars begin to prick the indigo canvas above, their tiny, shimmering lights duplicated perfectly in the liquid mirror below. The complete stillness of the water, the profound quiet, and the distant, echoing call of the loon create a powerful sense of peace, a deep, unwavering tranquility that settles within you. It is a moment of pure, unhurried observation, a quiet surrender to the expansive beauty of nature. The profound stillness of the lake, reflecting the deepening twilight, still holds you on the timber deck, the memory of the loon's haunting call lingering in the cool, pine-scented air. A gentle, persistent breeze, carrying the crisp scent of fresh water and distant conifers, now subtly guides you from the expansive outdoors into the serene interior of your lake house. The smooth, cool wood of the deck gives way to the warmer, softer embrace of a thick, hand-woven rug, absorbing your footsteps as you transition. You move into a spacious yet intimately appointed living area, where the vastness of the lake remains a constant, serene presence through a wall of tall, unobstructed windows. The light inside is soft, a warm, inviting glow emanating from strategically placed floor lamps, their amber light reflecting gently on the polished oak floor. The air here is subtly warmer, a comforting contrast to the crisp evening breeze outside, carrying a faint, clean scent of burning wood from a recently extinguished fireplace, mingling with the natural aroma of aged timber and beeswax polish. The quiet hum of the building systems is almost imperceptible, a low, steady thrum that deepens the sense of peace. Your gaze is drawn to a deep, oversized armchair positioned perfectly beside one of the large windows, offering an uninterrupted view of the darkening lake. It is upholstered in a soft heather-gray linen, its cushions plump and inviting. You settle into its generous embrace, feeling the soft fabric yield beneath you, a gentle sigh of comfort escaping as you sink deeper. The chair creaks softly, a low, comforting sound that blends seamlessly into the quiet atmosphere. The cool glass of the window is just inches away, a transparent barrier to the vastness beyond. Reaching to your side, you find a luxuriously soft blanket, neatly folded on a small, dark wood side table. It is crafted from a fine alpaca wool, its texture incredibly soft and light, yet promising profound warmth. You unfold it slowly, the delicate fibers making a barely audible surge H as they separate. The blanket feels wonderfully soft and supple as you drape it over your lap and shoulders, its gentle weight, a comforting presence. The warmth from the wool begins to spread, a subtle, enveloping heat that eases any lingering coolness from the evening air. You feel the fine, almost imperceptible texture of the fibers against your skin, a delicate caress. You then take up a book that rests on the side table, its cover a muted blue, its pages slightly fanned. The paper feels dry and smooth, with a subtle, familiar scent of old ink and gentle aging. You open it to a page marked by a thin, silk ribbon, the faint rustle of the paper, a soft, inviting sound. The words on the page are illuminated by the soft glow of a nearby lamp, their elegant typeface clear and unhurried. You settle your gaze, allowing your eyes to slowly absorb the narrative, each sentence unfolding with a gentle, steady rhythm. The window beside you is slightly ajar, allowing a gentle, cool breeze to drift into the room. It carries the faint, fresh scent of pine and lake water, a subtle, invigorating current that brushes softly against your cheek, then stirs the pages of your book ever so slightly. From the lake, the rhythmic, hushed sound of tiny waves lapping against the distant shore continues its soft, a constant, soothing presence. Then, from far across the dark water, the melancholic, ethereal call of a loon echoes once more. A single, pure note that drifts through the open window, then fades into the profound quiet of the night, leaving an even deeper sense of calm in its wake. As you reach the end of a page, your fingers extend, slowly and carefully, to the bottom corner. With a delicate touch, you lift the single sheet, feeling its lightness, its almost weightless quality. The soft alpaca blanket, its warmth, a gentle memory, slowly releases its hold as you stir from the deep comfort of the armchair by the lake house window. The last echo of the loon's call has faded into the profound quiet of the night, and the gentle lapping of waves on the distant shore has become a faint, rhythmic whisper. As the first pale light of a new day begins to softly illuminate the eastern sky, painting the lake in muted silver, you rise, leaving behind the cool, pine-scented air for a different kind of creative sanctuary. You move through the hushed interior of the lake house, your soft steps on the thick, hand-woven rug, making no sound. The air gradually shifts, losing the crispness of the lakeside, becoming subtly warmer, more contained. You approach a discreet, unassuming door, crafted from smooth, unvarnished wood, its surface cool and slightly textured beneath your fingertips. With a gentle push, it swings inward, revealing the entrance to your quiet studio. The air here is immediately distinct, carrying the unmistakable, earthy scent of damp clay, mingled with a subtle, clean minerality and a hint of fresh water. Stepping inside, the room is bathed in the soft, even light of early morning, filtering through a series of tall, frosted windows that diffuse the nascent sun into a gentle, ambient glow. The floor beneath your bare feet is a cool, smooth concrete, a grounding presence that absorbs all sound. At the center of the room, a sturdy wooden potter's wheel stands, its dark, well-worn surface bearing the subtle marks of countless hours of quiet creation. Beside it, a low, comfortable stool invites you to settle. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the studio's ventilation system, a steady, low thrum that deepens the sense of stillness, a gentle counterpoint to the pervasive quiet. You approach a large, sealed container of clay, its lid a cool, smooth ceramic. With a deliberate, unhurried motion, you lift the heavy lid, the faint suck of air as it breaks its seal, a soft, clear sound in the quiet room. A richer, more concentrated burst of the damp, earthy clay scent rises, filling the air around you with its grounding aroma. You reach in, your fingers sinking into the cool, yielding mass of the clay. It feels incredibly smooth, yet firm, with a subtle, granular texture that is both soft and substantial. You pull out a generous lump, feeling its satisfying weight and cool dampness in your hands. You carry the clay to a sturdy, low wooden workbench, its surface smooth and dry. With a slow, rhythmic motion, you begin to wedge the clay, pressing it down, folding it over, and pressing again. Each movement is deliberate, a quiet, almost meditative act of preparation. The clay responds to your hands, yielding and reforming, its cool, damp texture slowly warming under your touch. A soft, squelching sound, a gentle *th walk, accompanies each press and fold, a rhythmic, grounding sound that fills the immediate space, a quiet, tactile symphony. The faint, earthy scent of the clay intensifies with each working of the material, releasing its full, rich aroma. Once the clay is perfectly wedged, smooth and homogeneous, you lift it, feeling its balanced, dense weight. You then move to the potter's wheel, settling onto the low stool. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth pedal beneath the wheel, a familiar connection. With a gentle press, a low, steady whir begins, the sound of the electric motor engaging, slowly, rhythmically spinning the wheel head. The soft, continuous rotation creates a subtle, almost hypnotic motion. You take the prepared lump of clay and, with focused intention, gently center it onto the spinning wheel head. The cool, damp clay meets the cool, smooth metal with a soft, squishy thump asterisk, then begins to spin, slowly, perfectly, in the center of the wheel, ready for the quiet shaping to begin. The prepared lump of clay, perfectly centered, spins with a quiet, rhythmic precision on the potter's wheel. The low, steady prunery of the electric motor is a continuous, soothing presence in your quiet studio, a constant backdrop to the unfolding morning. The soft, even light, diffused through the frosted windows, illuminates the cool, damp clay, highlighting its subtle movements, its quiet potential. The air around you is still, carrying the rich, earthy scent of damp clay, mingling with a faint, clean aroma of fresh water. A profound and grounding perfume. You extend your hands, slowly, deliberately, towards the spinning clay. Your fingertips, already slightly damp, gently meet the cool, yielding surface of the material. The sensation is exquisitely smooth, almost slippery, yet firm, a living connection to the earth itself. As your hands cup the spinning clay, a soft, liquid squelch sound accompanies the contact, a gentle, wet friction that is deeply satisfying. You feel the subtle vibration of the wheel transfer through the clay, into your palms, a rhythmic pulse. With focused, gentle pressure, you begin the process of centering, guiding the clay into a perfect, unwavering column. feeling its resistance, then its slow, yielding compliance under your steady touch. The rhythmic swish of wet hands against wet clay becomes a hypnotic, continuous sound, a quiet symphony of creation. Once the clay is perfectly centered, a stable, unmoving form despite its rapid rotation, you begin to open it. Your thumbs, with slow, deliberate pressure, gently press down into the very center of the spinning mass. The cool, yielding clay gives way, slowly, smoothly, creating a shallow, perfectly circular indentation. The sound of the clay being pushed and displaced is a soft, muffled plop, followed by the continuous wet squelch of your thumbs moving through the damp material. You feel the cool, wet sensation on your skin, the fine particles of clay adhering gently to your hands, a tactile connection to the earth. The light reflects softly on the pooling water within the nascent hollow, a tiny shimmering circle. With the initial opening formed, your fingers, now working in concert, slowly begin to expand the base of the vessel. You apply gentle outward pressure from within the spinning hollow, feeling the cool, soft clay stretch and thin under your controlled touch. The rhythmic whir of the wheel remains constant, a steady pulse guiding your movements. The faint, almost imperceptible scrape of a fingernail against the inner wall is a delicate sound, quickly absorbed by the surrounding quiet. The damp, earthy scent of the clay, now more exposed, intensifies, a rich, grounding aroma that fills your senses. You take a slow, deep breath, feeling the cool, moist air in your lungs, centered by the focused work. Now, with exquisite care, you begin the slow, deliberate process of drawing up the walls. Your wet hands, positioned on either side of the spinning clay, apply a gentle upward pressure, slowly, steadily. The cool, yielding material responds, rising gracefully, smoothly from the wheelhead, forming a delicate, even cylinder. The constant, wet sheesh of your hands against the clay, combined with the rhythmic whir of the wheel, creates a deeply hypnotic rhythm. You watch as the form slowly, almost magically, takes shape, growing taller, thinner, a quiet transformation unfolding before your eyes. The light catches the subtle sheen of the water on the clay's surface, highlighting its smooth, continuous movement. You pause, your hands still gently cradling the rising form, allowing the rhythmic spin of the wheel to continue its calming work. The cool, damp clay feels utterly alive between your fingertips, a perfect balance of firmness and pliability. The air in the studio is still, filled with the pervasive, earthy scent of the clay, a profound and grounding aroma. The cool, yielding clay, now sculpted into a delicate form, slowly spins on the potter's wheel, its rhythmic whir a continuous, soothing presence in your quiet studio. The rich, earthy scent of damp clay still lingers in the air, a grounding perfume that slowly begins to recede as you gently rise from the low stool. You wipe your hands clean with a soft, damp cloth, feeling the cool, smooth fabric against your skin before leaving the studio's serene embrace. The early morning light, diffused and soft, still bathes the space, but a new kind of quiet beckons, one filled with the hushed whispers of exploration and ancient knowledge. You move through a quiet, carpeted corridor, your soft steps making no sound, leaving behind the cool, concrete, and earthy smells of the studio. The air gradually shifts, becoming drier, carrying a distinct, profound aroma of old paper, warm leather, and subtle beeswax polish. You approach a heavy, dark mahogany door, its surface smooth and cool, to the touch beneath your fingertips. A small, polished brass plaque, intricately engraved, marks it as your dedicated map room. With a gentle push, the door swings inward with a silent, well-oiled movement, revealing a space steeped in history and quiet contemplation. The room is immediately enveloped in a soft, diffused light, filtering through tall, arched windows that look out onto a distant, hazy skyline. The light is gentle, amber-toned, illuminating the walls that are entirely lined with meticulously crafted, dark wood cabinets and flat-file drawers. The air here is profoundly still, carrying the rich, unmistakable scent of aged paper and fine leather, a fragrance that speaks of countless journeys and forgotten histories. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the building's climate control, a low, steady thrum that deepens the sense of stillness, a gentle counterpoint to the pervasive quiet. Your gaze drifts across the room, taking in the array of treasures. On one wall, a collection of intricately rolled parchments, tied with delicate silk ribbons, rests on narrow, polished shelves awaiting their unrolling. Their edges are slightly curled with age, some showing faint, creamy beige hues, others a deeper, almost sepia tone. You move towards a large, central table, crafted from a single, expansive slab of polished oak, its surface gleaming softly under the ambient light. On it, several magnificent leather-bound atlases lie open, their vast pages displaying faded hand-drawn continents and oceans. You approach one of the open atlases, its rich, dark brown leather binding worn smooth in places by generations of careful handling. Your fingers reach out, gently settling on the cool, slightly textured surface of the leather. You feel the subtle, raised patterns of the gold tooling along its spine, tracing the delicate lines with your thumb. The weight of the atlas is substantial, a comforting presence as you lean slightly closer. The thick, creamy pages, slightly cool and dry, rustle with a soft, almost imperceptible crunch as a faint current of air stirs them. The aroma of old paper, rich and earthy, rises more distinctly from the open volume, a quiet breath of centuries. You gently turn a page, your fingertips brushing against the delicate, slightly brittle paper. The sound is a soft, papery whisper, a delicate transition. A beautifully rendered ancient map of a forgotten coastline unfolds before you, its muted colors, soft blues for the sea, faded greens for land. Speaking of a bygone era, you trace a delicate ship illustration with your gaze, observing its intricate rigging, its sails billowing in a silent, painted wind. The fine, almost microscopic lines of the cartographer's pen are still visible, a testament to meticulous craftsmanship. The air around you is still, carrying the profound scent of antiquity, a quiet immersion. The faded map and the leather-bound atlas, its ancient coastlines and forgotten routes, still holds your quiet attention on the polished oak table in your dedicated map room. The pervasive aroma of old paper and warm leather continues to fill the still air, a profound perfume of history and countless untold journeys. The soft amber light from the tall, arched windows casts a gentle glow across the meticulously organized shelves, each cabinet holding its own collection of silent stories. The quiet hum of the building's climate control, a low, steady thrum, is merely a distant whisper, deepening the sense of stillness that surrounds you. You slowly lift your gaze from the open atlas, a quiet thought drawing your attention towards the wall, where intricately rolled parchments rest on narrow, polished shelves. These are not bound volumes, but individual maps, each a single, carefully preserved document. Your eyes scan the collection, noting the varying shades of aged parchment, from creamy ivory to a deeper, almost golden hue. A particular roll, distinguished by a delicate, deep crimson silk ribbon, catches your eye, its tightly wound form suggesting a vast, unfurling narrative within. You move towards the shelf with unhurried grace, your soft steps making no sound on the thick, sound-absorbing rug. Your fingers reach out, gently brushing against the cool, dry wood of the shelf, then carefully grasp the chosen rolled parchment. The material feels surprisingly light, yet firm, with a subtle, almost brittle crispness beneath your fingertips. You carefully untie the delicate silk ribbon, feeling its smooth, cool texture as it unravels with a faint, soft whisper, a delicate sound that seems to break the silence for just a fleeting moment before it settles again. The ribbon, now loosened, falls gently away, its soft crimson, a small splash of color against the aged parchment. Returning to the expansive oak table, you carefully place the rolled parchment onto its smooth, polished surface. The wood feels cool and solid beneath the ancient document, a stable foundation. With both hands you begin the slow, deliberate process of unfurling it, pushing outwards from the center. The parchment offers a subtle, papery resistance, yielding with a delicate crackle and a soft, continuous, makash, as its tightly wound layers slowly separate, revealing its hidden expanse. You feel the dry, almost velvety texture of the material beneath your fingertips, observing its tendency to curl back slightly, a gentle stubbornness born of centuries. You retrieve a pair of small, smooth stone weights, cool and dense, and with a soft, deliberate thud, you place them gently on the corners of the unfurled map, anchoring it flat against the gleaming oak. As the parchment fully unrolls, a magnificent ancient sea chart unfolds beneath the soft amber light, its surface a delicate canvas of faded blues, greens, and sepia tones. You lean closer, inhaling the faint, earthy scent of old paper and ancient ink, a profound aroma that speaks of distant shores and forgotten voyages. Your gaze is immediately drawn to the intricate coastlines, rendered with exquisite detail, their delicate, hand-drawn curves meandering across the vast, simulated ocean. You extend your index finger, slowly, carefully, and begin to trace a winding coastline, feeling the almost imperceptible raised texture of the faded ink beneath your fingertip, a silent connection to the cartographer's long-ago hand. You follow the intricate curves of the shoreline, imagining the gentle lapping of unseen waves, the cool spray against a ship's bow, the feeling of uncharted waters. Your finger glides smoothly across the parchment, a soft, almost inaudible fa-share sound accompanying its path. The faded blues of the ocean deepen and lighten, with the subtle shifts in the ambient light, creating a sense of quiet movement within the stillness of the map. The profound scent of old paper and leather from the map room, with its silent stories of exploration, slowly recedes from your senses. The subtle light of the study, illuminating ancient parchments, gently fades as you step from the hushed interior, transitioning into the bright open air of your private orchard. The shift is immediate and complete, a gentle exchange of historical whispers for the vibrant, living sounds of nature. The morning sun, now high and warm, bathes the entire space in a soft golden light, dappling through the leaves of the fruit trees. The air embraces you, warm and gentle, carrying the unmistakable, rich scent of ripe fruit. a sweet, earthy aroma of apples and pears, mingled with the clean green fragrance of sun-warmed leaves and damp earth. Your bare feet find the cool, soft grass beneath them, each blade a delicate, yielding touch, absorbing all sound as you move deeper into the orchard's serene embrace. A pervasive, gentle sound fills the air here, a continuous, low thrum that is deeply calming. It is the soft, rhythmic hum of countless bees, busy among the blossoms and ripening fruit, a steady, soothing drone that speaks of quiet industry and natural abundance. This constant buzzing, a delicate vibration in the air, seems to weave itself into the very fabric of the morning, becoming an integral part of the profound stillness. You pause, simply listening to this natural symphony, feeling its subtle resonance deep within you, a gentle, hypnotic pulse. The warm sun rests gently on your skin, a comforting weight, and the scent of ripe fruit seems to deepen with each slow, deliberate breath. Your gaze drifts towards a nearby apple tree, its branches laden with fruit. A single apple, perfectly round, hangs suspended from a slender stem, its skin a vibrant rosy red, dappled with faint yellowish-green patches where the sunlight has kissed it less directly. You approach it slowly, your soft steps barely disturbing the quiet. You reach out a hand, your fingertips hovering, then gently resting on the cool, smooth skin of the apple. It feels firm and substantial, its surface subtly waxy, a delicate texture under your touch. A faint, sweet aroma of ripe apple rises, a pure, clean fragrance that speaks of nature's bounty. You trace the gentle curve of the fruit, feeling its perfect roundness, the subtle weight of it in your hand, then gently release it, allowing it to swing softly on its stem. The sunlight continues its dance, filtering through the dense canopy of leaves above, creating an ever-shifting mosaic of light and shadow on the grass around you. Patches of warm golden light move slowly, gracefully, across the ground, interspersed with areas of cool, verdant shade. You step into a pool of sunlight, feeling its immediate, pervasive warmth on your face and arms, then move slightly, allowing the cool shadow to wash over you, a refreshing contrast. The subtle rustle of leaves, a very faint, almost imperceptible, accompanies the gentle breeze that stirs the branches, a quiet whisper in the tranquil air. You walk slowly down a narrow pathway of soft grass, winding between the orderly rows of fruit trees. Each step is unhurried, a mindful progression through the dappled light and shade. The cool, soft grass yields gently beneath your feet, a continuous, comforting sensation. The rich, sweet scent of ripe fruit surrounds you, a constant, enveloping perfume that seems to deepen with every movement. The steady hum of the bees remains, a gentle, hypnotic presence, a soothing backdrop to your quiet journey. You notice a tiny, delicate spiderweb, glistening with morning dew, strung between two leaves, catching the light with a fragile, shimmering beauty. You find a quiet spot beneath an ancient pear tree, its gnarled branches offering a generous canopy of shade. A low, smooth stone bench, warmed by the morning sun, invites you to rest. The pervasive warmth of the sun-drenched orchard, with its gentle hum of bees and the rich scent of ripe fruit, still surrounds you as you sit on the cool, smooth stone bench beneath the ancient pear tree. The dappled sunlight continues its slow dance across the soft grass, creating shifting patterns of light and shade. A profound sense of natural tranquility settles over you, a deep, unwavering peace that seems to emanate from the very heart of this quiet abundance. The gentle rustle of leaves in the soft breeze is a continuous whisper, a soothing backdrop to the morning. You slowly open your eyes, your gaze drawn to the vibrant, rosy red apple you observed moments ago, still hanging from its slender stem on the nearby tree. It appears perfectly formed, a small, polished jewel amidst the green foliage, catching the sunlight with a subtle gleam. The decision to harvest it is not one of haste, but a quiet, deliberate intention, a natural extension of the morning's peaceful contemplation. You rise from the cool stone bench with unhurried grace, your bare feet finding the soft, yielding grass beneath them, each blade a delicate, familiar touch. You approach the apple tree slowly, your soft steps making no sound on the verdant ground. The air around the tree is thick with the sweet, earthy aroma of ripening fruit, mingled with the clean, green scent of sun-warmed leaves. You reach out a hand, your fingers extending towards the apple. Your palm gently cups the fruit, feeling its cool, firm skin, its perfect roundness filling your hand. The surface is subtly waxy, a delicate texture that is both smooth and natural. The slender stem from which it hangs feels surprisingly strong, yet pliant, under your thumb. The faint, sweet aroma of ripe apple rises more distinctly, a pure, clean fragrance. With a slow, deliberate motion, you gently twist the apple, feeling the subtle resistance of the stem. There is no force, no sudden pull, only a patient, continuous rotation. A very faint, almost imperceptible snap sound, a soft, dry whisper, accompanies the moment the stem cleanly separates from the branch. The apple detaches itself with a gentle, yielding motion, settling fully into the palm of your hand, its weight a satisfying, grounding presence. The subtle rustle of the leaves, disturbed by your movement, quickly settles again, and the gentle hum of the bees continues its rhythmic drone, undisturbed by this quiet act of harvest. You hold the apple for a moment, admiring its simple perfection. The rosy red skin, dappled with patches of yellowish green, glows softly in the filtered sunlight. You bring it closer, inhaling its fresh, sweet fragrance, a concentrated burst of nature's bounty. The cool, smooth skin feels utterly refreshing against your palm, a tangible connection to the earth's quiet abundance. The delicate curve of its form, the subtle indentation at its top where the stem once connected, are details of quiet beauty. With unhurried grace, you raise the apple towards your lips. Your teeth gently meet the cool, firm skin, breaking through with a soft, crisp snap. The sound is clear and distinct in the quiet orchard, a delicate punctuation mark. The flesh inside is white, juicy and sweet, a burst of pure, unadulterated flavor that fills your mouth, cool and refreshing. You chew slowly, deliberately, savoring the subtle sweetness, the crisp texture, the quiet satisfaction of this simple, perfect moment. The juice, cool and clean, spreads across your tongue, a delicate, natural sweetness. You lean back slightly, feeling the warmth of the sun on your face, the soft grass beneath your feet. The gentle hum of the bees continues its steady, hypnotic drone, a soothing backdrop to your quiet enjoyment. The rich, sweet scent of the orchard surrounds you, a constant, enveloping perfume. The world outside this sun-drenched sanctuary feels utterly distant, a mere whisper on the periphery of your tranquil awareness. The crisp sweetness of the apple, a lingering taste on your tongue, slowly fades as you gently rise from the cool stone bench in the sun-drenched orchard. The pervasive warmth of the morning sun, the gentle hum of bees, and the rich scent of ripe fruit begin to recede from your senses, leaving behind a quiet contentment. You move with unhurried grace, your bare feet finding the familiar soft grass, then the smooth, cool flagstones that lead from the vibrant outdoors into the hushed interior of your residence. A different kind of quiet now beckons, one of focused intention and delicate artistry. You move through a series of softly lit passages, the air gradually shifting from the invigorating warmth of the orchard to a more contained, subtly cooler atmosphere. The faint, clean scent of polished wood and beeswax begins to permeate the air, replacing the earthy sweetness of fruit. Your soft steps on the thick, sound-absorbing rugs make no sound, guiding you towards a particular haven of thoughtful creation. You approach a discreet, unassuming door, crafted from pale, unvarnished wood, its surface smooth and cool to the touch. With a gentle push, it swings inward with a silent, well-oiled movement, revealing the entrance to your serene writing desk. The room is immediately enveloped in a soft, even light, filtering through a tall, frosted window that diffuses the morning sun into a gentle, ambient glow. The air here is still, carrying a profound aroma of aged wood, a subtle, clean scent of fine paper, and a faint, almost imperceptible hint of mineral from the inkstone. At the center of the room, a large, exquisitely crafted writing desk, made from a lustrous, pale cherry wood, stands. Its surface is impeccably smooth, polished to a soft sheen, reflecting the diffused light with a gentle gleam. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the building's climate control, a low, steady thrum that deepens the sense of stillness, a gentle, unobtrusive presence. You settle into the low, comfortable chair before the desk, its cushions firm yet yielding, upholstered in a subtle, natural linen. The wood of the chair's arms feels smooth and cool beneath your fingertips as you rest your hands. Your gaze drifts across the meticulously arranged tools on the desk, a delicate ceramic water dropper, a smooth, dark inkstone, and a small stack of pristine, fine paper, their edges perfectly aligned. The air around you is still, inviting a deep, focused calm. You reach for the inkstone, its dark, smooth surface cool and solid under your touch. Beside it, a small, dark block of solid ink, imbued with a subtle, earthy fragrance, awaits. With a deliberate, unhurried motion, you take up the ceramic water dropper. Its smooth, cool surface feels delicate yet substantial in your hand. You gently squeeze, allowing a single perfect droplet of clear water to fall onto the center of the inkstone, creating a tiny, shimmering pool. The soft plink of the water droplet is a precise, clear sound in the quiet room, a delicate punctuation. Then, you take the block of solid ink. Its surface is dry, slightly rough to the touch. With a slow, steady, circular motion, you begin to grind the ink block against the wet surface of the inkstone. A very faint, continuous, shook sound accompanies this rhythmic action, the soft friction of stone against ink. As you continue to grind, the clear water slowly, gradually, transforms into a deep, rich black liquid, its surface gleaming softly in the ambient light. The earthy, subtle scent of the ink, now released by the water and friction, rises gently, a grounding aroma that fills the air around you. Each slow, deliberate rotation, each subtle sound, contributes to a profound sense of focused, meditative calm. Once the ink reaches the perfect consistency, a smooth, velvety black, you gently set the ink block aside, its dry surface feeling cool against your fingertips. The slender bamboo brush, its dark bristles heavy with rich, velvety black ink, hovers poised just above the pristine, creamy off-white paper on your cherry wood desk. The soft, even light, diffused through the frosted window, illuminates the delicate setup, creating an intimate circle of calm focus. The air in your serene writing studio is still, carrying the profound aroma of aged wood, fine paper, and the earthy, subtle scent of the freshly ground ink, a quiet perfume that deepens with each slow breath. The low, steady thrum of the building's climate control is merely a distant whisper, an unobtrusive presence in the pervasive quiet. You take a slow, deliberate breath, centering yourself, feeling the smooth, cool bamboo handle of the brush balanced perfectly in your steady hand. Your gaze is fixed on the blank paper, a canvas of quiet potential. With exquisite care, you lower the brush, its fine tip gently meeting the subtly textured surface of the paper. The initial contact is soft, almost imperceptible, a delicate connection. As the ink touches the paper, a faint, almost inaudible, sound accompanies its initial absorption, a delicate whisper of liquid meeting fiber. The rich, velvety black spreads subtly, creating a small, perfectly defined dot, the quiet beginning of a character. With a slow, controlled motion, you begin to draw the first stroke. The brush glides smoothly across the paper, a continuous, fluid movement. You feel the delicate resistance of the fine paper against the soft bristles, a subtle friction that guides your hand. The ink flows evenly, leaving a perfectly formed line, its edges crisp and clean against the creamy white. The deep, velvety black appears even richer on the paper, absorbing the light. The faint, earthy scent of the ink intensifies slightly as it dries, a subtle, grounding aroma. Each careful stroke is deliberate, unhurried, a meditative act of precision, a quiet dance of hand and brush. You lift the brush from the paper with a gentle, almost imperceptible motion, allowing the stroke to conclude with a delicate taper. The sound is a soft, fleeting swish, quickly absorbed by the quiet air. You pause for a brief moment, observing the newly formed line, its elegant curve and steady flow. Then, with renewed focus, you bring the brush back down, beginning the next stroke. This one is shorter, perhaps, or thicker, requiring a subtle shift in pressure, a delicate adjustment of the angle. You feel the nuanced response of the bristles, their pliability, as they spread or gather, creating the desired line weight. The rhythmics of the brush on paper, interspersed with moments of profound stillness, becomes a calming, hypnotic cadence. The process continues, stroke by careful stroke, as an elegant character slowly takes form on the pristine paper. Each line is an act of quiet intention, a focused expression. You observe the precise interplay of positive and negative space, the balance of each component within the overall structure of the character. The ink, now slightly lighter on the brush, still flows smoothly, creating a harmonious contrast with the creamy paper. The air around you is still, filled with the profound scent of ink and fine paper, a continuous, aromatic cocoon. The soft, even light from the window illuminates the unfolding creation, highlighting every delicate detail, every subtle nuance of the brushwork. You complete the character, lifting the brush with a final, gentle flourish. The sound is a soft, almost imperceptible swish asterisk, then profound silence. You lean back slightly, allowing your gaze to take in the finished character, its elegant form a testament to mindful precision. The deep, velvety black ink, now dry, sits perfectly on the creamy paper, a quiet, enduring presence. The soft, even light from the window continues to bathe the desk, highlighting the delicate artistry. The elegant character, freshly formed on the fine paper, rests silently on your cherry wood desk, its deep black ink now dry. The profound scent of aged wood, fine paper, and subtle ink still perfumes the quiet air of your writing studio, a gentle memory of focused creation. As the soft, diffused light of day gently recedes from the frosted window, giving way to the deeper hues of twilight, a different kind of quiet beckons, one illuminated by the soft glow of the moon and the delicate fragrances of the night. You rise slowly from the comfortable chair, feeling the gentle release of its cushions, your soft steps on the thick rug making no sound. The air around you gradually shifts, losing the contained stillness of the studio, becoming cooler, fresher, carrying a hint of damp earth and distant blooms. You move through a quiet passage, leaving behind the focused light of the desk, and approach a wide, arched doorway that opens directly into your private moonlit garden. The transition is immediate and complete, a gentle exchange of scholarly quiet for the expansive, living stillness of the night. The garden embraces you, bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of a full, luminous moon, high in the velvet black sky. Its silver light casts long, flowing shadows across the manicured pathways and illuminates the delicate forms of the blossoms with a muted, otherworldly beauty. The air here is cool and fresh, carrying the unmistakable, intoxicating perfume of night-blooming jasmine, a rich, sweet, and deeply soothing fragrance that fills every breath. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth flagstones of the path, each stone a grounding presence beneath you, absorbing all sound as you move deeper into the moonlit haven. A pervasive, gentle sound fills the air here, a continuous, low murmur that is deeply calming. It is the soft, rhythmic rustle of leaves in a gentle, almost imperceptible breeze, a continuous that seems to weave itself into the very fabric of the night, becoming an integral part of the profound stillness. Occasionally, a very faint, distant chirp of a cricket can be heard, a delicate punctuation mark in the quiet, quickly absorbed by the encompassing silence. You pause, simply listening to this natural symphony, feeling its subtle resonance deep within you, a gentle, hypnotic pulse. The cool, fresh air rests gently on your skin, a comforting caress, and the scent of jasmine seems to deepen with each slow, deliberate breath. Your gaze drifts towards a climbing jasmine vine, its delicate white blossoms unfurling in the moonlight, appearing almost luminous against the dark green foliage. Each tiny flower is a perfect, star-like form, catching the silver light with a soft, ethereal gleam. You approach it slowly, your soft steps barely disturbing the quiet. You reach out a hand, your fingertips hovering, then gently resting on a cluster of the delicate blossoms. They feel surprisingly soft, almost velvety, yet cool and firm. A delicate texture under your touch, a rich, concentrated burst of their sweet, intoxicating fragrance rises, a profound aroma that fills your senses, deeply soothing and calming. You trace the gentle curve of a single petal, feeling its delicate resistance, then gently release it, allowing it to sway softly in the imperceptible breeze. The moonlight continues its dance, filtering through the dense canopy of trees above, creating an ever-shifting mosaic of silver light and deep, velvety shadow on the ground around you. Patches of cool, luminous light move slowly, gracefully, across the pathways, interspersed with areas of profound, inky darkness. You step into a pool of moonlight, feeling its immediate, pervasive coolness on your face and arms, then move slightly, allowing the deeper shadow to wash over you, a refreshing contrast. The subtle rustle of leaves, A very faint, almost imperceptible mille-tisach accompanies the gentle breeze that stirs the branches, a quiet whisper in the tranquil air. The intoxicating perfume of night-blooming jasmine still hangs heavy and sweet in the cool, fresh air of your moonlit garden. You remain seated on the low, smooth stone bench, its surface cool and solid beneath you, near the still, dark pond that perfectly mirrors the luminous full moon above. The gentle rustle of leaves and the almost imperceptible breeze is a continuous, soft shun, a steady lullaby that permeates the profound stillness of the night. The silver light, cast by the high, brilliant moon, bathes the entire garden in an ethereal glow, illuminating the delicate forms of the blossoms with a muted, otherworldly beauty. You lift your gaze, slowly, deliberately, towards the vast velvet black canvas of the night sky. The moon, a magnificent pearlescent orb, hangs suspended, radiating its soft, cool light with an unwavering intensity. You observe its subtle topography, the faint, shadowy outlines of ancient craters and vast, dark plains, visible even to the naked eye, appearing as delicate smudges on its luminous surface. The silver light it casts feels almost tactile, a cool, gentle touch on your upturned face, a profound connection to the celestial sphere. The air around you is still, carrying the deep, sweet scent of the jasmine, mingling with the clean, subtle aroma of damp earth and still water. As you continue your quiet contemplation, a single wispy cloud begins its slow, unhurried drift across the moon's face. It is a delicate, translucent veil, catching the moonlight and transforming it into a softer, diffused glow. The edges of the cloud are outlined in a shimmering, opalescent silver, blurring the sharp contours of the lunar surface. The intensity of the light softens, becoming more ethereal, creating a brief, dreamlike haze across the sky. The profound quiet of the garden deepens, as if holding its breath, observing this slow, graceful dance of light and shadow. The cool night air brushes faintly against your skin as the cloud continues its silent journey, a subtle, refreshing current. The cloud continues its slow, unhurried passage, gradually moving away from the moon, revealing its full, luminous brilliance once more. The sharp silver light returns, cutting through the darkness with a renewed intensity, highlighting the delicate blossoms in the garden with startling clarity. You notice how the shadows beneath the trees deepen, becoming sharper, more defined, a subtle interplay of light and dark on the garden floor. The faint, almost imperceptible chirp of a distant cricket, a delicate punctuation mark in the quiet, can be heard once more, then fades into the encompassing silence, a sound that seems to belong entirely to this tranquil night. Your gaze then drifts beyond the moon, towards the countless, shimmering pinpricks of light that speckle the deep indigo canvas of the sky. These are the distant stars, ancient suns, their tiny, unwavering brilliance, a profound reminder of the vastness of space. You observe their delicate patterns, the familiar constellations, each a silent story etched across the heavens, their light having traveled for unimaginable distances to reach your eyes. The sense of immense scale, of profound time, washes over you, deeply grounding yet infinitely expansive. The cool, smooth stone of the bench beneath you offers a constant, reassuring anchor, connecting you to this moment of silent wonder. You close your eyes for a long moment, simply absorbing the cool night air, the pervasive, sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine, and the gentle rustle of leaves, feeling the profound stillness of the garden. Your breathing slows even further, becoming long, even, and deeply relaxed, a natural rhythm aligning with the unhurried pace of the celestial sphere. The world outside this moonlit sanctuary feels utterly distant, a mere whisper on the periphery of your tranquil awareness. The profound stillness of the moonlit garden, with its intoxicating jasmine and silver-kissed blossoms, slowly recedes from your senses. The cool, fresh night air and the gentle rustle of leaves begin to fade as you step from the expansive outdoors into the hushed interior of your residence. The soft glow of the moon, illuminating the garden with an ethereal beauty, gives way to a more contained yet equally tranquil light. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth flagstones, then the soft, thick carpet that guides you towards a different kind of sanctuary, one of quiet preparation for rest. You move through a softly lit corridor, the air subtly shifting from the coolness of the night to a warmer, more intimate atmosphere. A faint, clean scent of polished wood and fine linen begins to permeate the air, replacing the sweet, heavy perfume of the jasmine. Your soft steps make no sound, guiding you towards a discreet, paneled door crafted from rich, dark mahogany, its surface smooth and cool to the touch. With a gentle push, it swings inward with a silent, well-oiled movement, revealing the entrance to your softly lit dressing room. The room is immediately enveloped in a warm, amber glow, emanating from concealed lighting strips that highlight the rich wood cabinetry and the delicate textures of the fabrics. The light is soft, inviting, calibrated to soothe rather than awaken, creating an atmosphere of profound tranquility. The air here is still, carrying a delicate, clean scent of cedar and fine, freshly laundered fabrics, a quiet perfume that speaks of meticulous care. The polished dark wood floor, partially covered by a plush, deep pile rug, absorbs all sound, creating a pervasive hush. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the building's climate control, a low, steady thrum that deepens the sense of stillness, a gentle, unobtrusive presence. Your gaze drifts across the meticulously organized space. On one wall, a row of elegant garments hangs, each encased in a breathable garment bag of fine, translucent fabric. On a large central island, topped with polished marble, a small, intricate jewelry box of dark, gleaming wood stands, its surface reflecting the soft light. You move towards a tall, built-in wardrobe, crafted from the same rich mahogany as the door. Its smooth, cool surface feels solid and substantial beneath your fingertips. With a gentle, deliberate pull, one of the wardrobe doors glides open, revealing an array of finely tailored clothes. You reach for a specific garment, a silk robe, its deep, iridescent blue shimmering softly in the amber light. As you lift it from its hanger, the fabric makes a soft, almost imperceptible whisper, a delicate rustle that is quickly absorbed by the quiet air. The silk feels exquisitely smooth, cool, and fluid against your skin as it drapes over your arm, its lightness a comforting presence. The delicate scent of clean silk, faint and refined, rises from the fabric. You then move to a polished dark wood valet stand, its surface gleaming softly. With unhurried grace, you carefully place the silk robe over its smooth, curved form, allowing the fabric to fall in elegant, uncreased folds. The cool, smooth wood of the valet stand feels solid and reassuring beneath your fingers as you arrange the garment. Next, you reach for a pair of slippers, crafted from the softest cashmere. their deep charcoal gray absorbing the light. Your fingers sink into the plush, yielding wool, feeling its incredible softness, its promise of comfort. You sit on a low, upholstered bench, its velvet surface soft and cool beneath you. With a slow, deliberate motion, you slip your feet into the cashmere slippers. The plush wool envelops your feet, a gentle, pervasive warmth that instantly soothes. The sensation is one of profound softness, cushioning your every movement. The air around you is still, filled with the delicate scent of cedar, fine linen, and the soft, warm aroma of cashmere. The plush cashmere slippers, their deep charcoal gray absorbing the soft amber light, now envelop your feet, their incredible softness, a profound comfort. The silk robe, a deep, iridescent blue, drapes fluidly around your body, its cool, smooth fabric, a gentle caress against your skin. The air in your softly lit dressing room is still, carrying the delicate, clean scent of cedar and fine, freshly laundered fabrics, a quiet perfume that speaks of meticulous care, a prelude to the deep rest that awaits. The polished dark wood floor, partially covered by the plush rug, absorbs all sound, creating a pervasive hush. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the building's climate control, a low, steady thrum that deepens the sense of stillness, a gentle, unobtrusive presence. You stand before a large, full-length mirror, its polished surface reflecting your image softly in the amber glow. With unhurried grace, you begin the gentle ritual of removing the day's garments. Your fingers find the delicate buttons of your shirt, slowly unfastening each one with a faint, soft click. The fabric, a fine linen, feels cool and slightly crisp as it loosens, releasing its gentle hold on your skin. You feel the subtle shift in weight as the shirt drapes away from your shoulders, a quiet shedding of the day's activities. The scent of the day's wear, a faint, clean fragrance, dissipates almost immediately into the fresh, circulated air of the dressing room. You then carefully slip the shirt from your arms, allowing it to fall in soft, gentle folds onto a nearby upholstered bench, its velvet surface cool and yielding. The sound of the fabric settling is a delicate goum dies, a whisper that is quickly absorbed by the quiet room. You observe the way the linen retains the memory of its shape, a soft, ethereal form on the bench. Your hands then move to the waistband of your trousers, unfastening the subtle clasp, feeling the gentle release of the material around your waist. The fabric, a fine wool, feels smooth and dry as you ease it down, the subtle rustle, a soft, muted sound. With a slow, deliberate movement, you step out of the trousers, allowing them to fall in soft, uncreased folds beside the shirt. You reach for a smooth, dark wooden hanger, its polished surface cool and firm in your hand. With meticulous care, you lift the trousers, arranging them precisely on the hanger, ensuring no wrinkles form. The wood of the hanger feels solid, a grounding presence. You then carry the hung trousers to a dedicated section of the wardrobe, its cedar-lined interior emitting a faint, clean, woody aroma. The gentle swish of the garment bag as you replace it is a soft, rhythmic sound, a quiet completion of this small task. Returning to the mirror, you smooth the silk robe around you, feeling its exquisite coolness, then its gentle warmth as it settles against your skin. The fabric flows with a liquid grace, its deep blue shimmering softly in the amber light. You adjust the sash, tying it loosely at your waist. The soft thump of the knot, a quiet, grounding touch. The cashmere slippers, A constant source of comfort. Softly pad on the plush rug as you move. A nearly silent tread. You pause, simply observing your reflection, the soft light illuminating the delicate folds of the silk, the serene expression on your face. The room is a cocoon of quiet and comfort, every surface, every texture, contributing to a profound sense of peace. The soft amber light, the delicate scents, and the luxurious feel of the silk and cashmere create a deeply enveloping sense of calm, inviting a complete surrender to the quiet moment. Your breathing slows, becoming long and even, a natural rhythm aligning with the unhurried pace of winding down. The world outside the dressing room walls feels utterly distant, a mere whisper on the periphery of your tranquil awareness. The cool, smooth silk of your robe, a deep, iridescent blue, drapes fluidly around your body, a gentle caress against your skin. The plush cashmere slippers, their deep charcoal gray, a soft comfort, softly pad on the thick, deep pile rug of your dressing room, absorbing any sound. The delicate, clean scent of cedar and fine linen, a quiet perfume of meticulous care, still lingers in the air, a gentle memory of the day's winding down ritual. You move from the softly lit dressing room, leaving behind the polished wood and subtle reflections, towards a different kind of sanctuary, one designed for profound, undisturbed rest. You step from the dressing room into your tranquil bedroom, the transition seamless, almost imperceptible. The air here is subtly cooler, perfectly regulated, carrying an immediate, pervasive aroma of fresh lavender, soft and soothing, a gentle invitation to deep calm. Your feet find the cool, smooth surface of the pale marble floor, the same familiar expanse you walked across this morning, each step unhurried, silent. The room is softly lit, not by harsh overhead lights, but by the gentle, diffused glow of bedside lamps, their amber light casting long, soft shadows that stretch across the expansive space, blurring the edges of the room. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the building's climate control, a low, steady thrum that deepens the sense of stillness, a gentle, unobtrusive presence, a constant, quiet backdrop to the approaching night. Your gaze drifts towards the large, inviting bed, its pristine white linen sheets turned down, revealing layers of soft, cool fabric. The pillows, plump and perfectly arranged, promise profound comfort. A small, delicate sachet, filled with dried lavender buds, rests discreetly on one of the pillows, gently infusing the air with its calming fragrance, intensifying the pervasive aroma. You approach the bed slowly, each step deliberate, feeling the subtle coolness of the marble beneath your bare feet, a grounding sensation. The scent of lavender grows stronger with each quiet breath, a delicate, floral whisper that encourages a natural slowing of your internal rhythm. You turn towards the expansive windows, which offer a sweeping, darkened view of the city's distant shimmering lights. These windows are currently veiled by sheer, translucent drapery, allowing a soft, diffused glow from the city to faintly penetrate. With unhurried grace, you reach for the control panel on the wall, its surface a cool, smooth brushed metal. Your finger extends, slowly, deliberately, to press a specific button, its surface offering a subtle, tactile resistance. A very faint, almost imperceptible click confirms the activation. Then, a low, steady whir begins, a soft, mechanical sound that emanates from above the windows. It is a smooth, continuous purr, the sound of hidden mechanisms engaging, slowly, rhythmically, beginning the descent of the blackout blinds. You watch, your gaze lifted, as the dark, heavy fabric of the blinds slowly begins to lower. The movement is fluid, silent, save for the continued, soft whir of the mechanisms, a gentle, almost hypnotic sound. The blinds descend with exquisite precision, gradually covering the entire expanse of the windows, slowly, steadily, eliminating the distant glow of the city lights. The room darkens, imperceptibly at first, then, with a gradual, encompassing certainty. The soft amber light from the bedside lamps now becomes the dominant illumination, casting deeper, softer shadows that lengthen and merge, transforming the room into a tranquil cocoon of muted light and profound quiet. The cool, crisp night air, which had subtly seeped through the sheer drapery, is now sealed out, leaving the perfectly regulated, still air of the bedroom. The faint whir of the blinds continues its steady, rhythmic descent, a long, drawn-out sound that seems to encourage a further slowing of your own breathing. The plush cashmere slippers, their deep charcoal gray, a soft comfort, softly pad on the thick, deep pile rug of your dressing room, absorbing any sound. The cool, smooth silk of your robe, a deep, iridescent blue, drapes fluidly around your body, a gentle caress against your skin. The delicate, clean scent of cedar and fine linen, a quiet perfume of meticulous care, still lingers in the air, a gentle memory of the day's winding down ritual. You move with unhurried grace, transitioning from the warm amber glow of the dressing room into the profound, encompassing quiet of your tranquil bedroom, now fully prepared for rest. You step from the dressing room into the bedroom, the transition seamless, almost imperceptible. The air here is subtly cooler, perfectly regulated, carrying an immediate, pervasive aroma of fresh lavender, soft and soothing, a gentle invitation to deep calm. Your feet find the cool, smooth surface of the pale marble floor, the same familiar expanse you walked across this morning, each step unhurried, silent. The room is softly lit, not by harsh overhead lights, but by the gentle, diffused glow of bedside lamps, their amber light casting long, soft shadows that stretch across the expansive space, blurring the edges of the room. The blackout blinds are now fully lowered, a solid, dark barrier against the outside world, ensuring complete privacy and an undisturbed quiet. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hum of the building's climate control, a low, steady thrum that deepens the sense of stillness, a gentle, unobtrusive presence, a constant, quiet backdrop to the deep night. Your gaze drifts towards the large, inviting bed, its pristine white linen sheets turned down, revealing layers of soft, cool fabric. The pillows, plump and perfectly arranged, promise profound comfort. A small, delicate sachet, filled with dried lavender buds, rests discreetly on one of the pillows, gently infusing the air with its calming fragrance, intensifying the pervasive aroma. You approach the bed slowly, each step deliberate, feeling the subtle coolness of the marble beneath your bare feet, a grounding sensation that slowly transitions to the yielding softness of the plush rug. The scent of lavender grows stronger with each quiet breath, a delicate floral whisper that encourages a natural slowing of your internal rhythm. You stand beside the bed, still enveloped in the silk robe and cashmere slippers. With a slow, unhurried motion, you reach for the sash of your robe, untying it with a soft, almost imperceptible insulge. The fabric loosens, releasing its gentle hold, and you feel the subtle shift in weight as the robe drapes open. You then carefully slip the robe from your shoulders, allowing it to fall in soft, fluid folds onto a nearby velvet ottoman. The sound of the silk settling is a delicate whisper, a soft rustle that is quickly absorbed by the quiet room. The cool air brushes softly against your skin for a brief moment, a refreshing contrast, before the warmth of the room re-envelops you. With a final, gentle movement, you slip your feet from the cashmere slippers, feeling their soft release. The plush wool, which had cradled your feet throughout the evening, now rests silently on the rug. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth marble once more for a fleeting second before you step onto the soft, cool linen of the bed. The crispness of the fabric is a refreshing touch against your skin as you slowly, gracefully lower your body onto the mattress. The bed yields gently, conforming to your shape, a luxurious sinking sensation that supports every curve. You pull the cool, smooth silk sheets up around you, feeling their exquisite glide against your skin. The fabric is impossibly soft, a whisper-light caress that seems to melt away any lingering tension. The pillow beneath your head is plump and yielding, slowly conforming to the shape of your neck and head, offering perfect, gentle support.